Podcast number 4. Good audio. I'm Aaron.
Sorry, I'm Rudy.
He's just finished.
And I am Ethan, gazing into Aaron's eyes.
Off to such a bad start.
Great audio.
The one that you're abusing. It's like, so anyways, Aaron.
Really hope the audio.
I'll just do it randomly throughout the episode.
Like, well, I'm just testing it. I'm just testing the audio.
You said good audio.
You're
so
red-barring
just...
a little bit over there.
Oh,
right.
man.
Welcome back.
I'm excited, dude. Finally. It takes so long to set up. It'd be my dream to, like, have a room just for, like...
Just everything just pre-set up.
Mm-hmm. Be nice, but that's a later time.
It's been a long time since we've done an episode.
Yeah,
When was
you
the last one out?
were on the second one only, right?
That was months ago.
Yeah, we haven't done one this year. Remember
Oh my
in
God.
December when you, Holly, and I did one? We were like, we could easily do one a month, right? Yeah, we can do that.
And Holly at school.
Yeah.
And I had work.
Yeah,
And you had work.
Yeah, we always had work and everything, but at least we're here now. Thanks up for it.
We're indeed here.
I've been doing two good things. This is one thing I want to say this year with my goals. I've not been doing good with my diet throughout the whole year, but I've been doing it with cold showers and reading.
Cold showers, really?
Mhm.
You're like, how long are you in there for?
Well, my trick is I get a plastic container, and I fill it with cold water, and then I just dump it on me, and then I put the shower facing the wall, and then I put the container below it, so it's slowly filling up as I like get the shampoo and everything, and then by the time I'm done, it's ready. So I lift it up, dump it on me again, and then I do.
So you're not actually like...
I'm not constantly getting
okay.
hit. I tried that. Man, it's hard to breathe.
Dude,
It's really freaking cold.
The other day, I think it was like a month ago, our water heater broke.
Oh God.
So for 2 days, we had cold water the whole time. I had to
Yeah.
take 2 straight cold. I couldn't actually
If it's
be under the water.
if it's
the whole time.
constantly
I had to,
hitting,
like,
yeah, it sucks.
like I have like a bathtub shower, and so I would stay on one end of the bathtub, and like the water would be facing or like coming down halfway through. So I'd stand at the other end and just kind of like push or like pull the water towards me like little by little where I needed to like.
We always
wash
talk
off.
about Rudy's bathroom habits whenever, because you would talk about how, last time we were talking about how you face against it.
Oh, we did talk about that.
But no, I've been doing that and I've been reading. I finished my 8th book. So I have
Nice.
4 more to go this year. But I want us.
He's pointing at me.
Yeah, sorry. I want one thing I want to try, Rudy. I don't know if you want to do it. I want to try a reading podcast where we all read the same book and talk about it. Holly said she would be down.
No,
It would be
so,
the test would be this: we choose one book that we all want, we all read it, and if it goes well, then we each choose a book, and then we pick the order that we do it in.
So it's been like maybe 2 years since I last read a book
Didn't we
to
go?
completion.
Didn't we go to the bookshop twice?
I bought Catcher in the Rye,
Okay, that doesn't count.
but even if I read
The
that, I
comic.
already read it.
Yeah.
I bought 12 Calvin and Hobbes books.
That's great.
Oh no,
those
not Catcher
also
in the Rye. I
don't
didn't count the Cabin and Hobbit.
I
I
count
bought
those.
Catcher in the Rye and I read that
Rudy-
because
Well,
you
I
told
bought
me.
one. I bought a copy too.
Oh, okay.
In my heart, I count the Calvin House books.
Thank you, thank you. I do too. And then you and I went to Barnes & Noble that one time, and then I ended up buying the To Kill a Mockingbird sequel, which
This
I
is a
still
sequel?
haven't finished.
Wait, is it a sequel or is it the same author?
Both.
This is a sequel to Kill a Mockingbird?
It just
Is
came out
it-
a couple years ago, and it got kind of butchered in reviews because there was an interview that went out that made it seem like whoever was taking ownership or taking care of the author, Harper Lee,
Yeah.
was saying that Harper Lee got forced to like write the book when she really didn't want to by somebody like a caretaker or whatever.
Oh yeah, you
or
talked
maybe
about
publishers.
this. Yeah.
And so she wrote the book, and it kind of ruined the good name of Atticus because he's kind of like a racist in this book.
Which one is Atticus?
He's the dad.
The lawyer?
Yeah, the one that defended the black guy in
Yeah.
the original book.
How
and
is he a
and
racist?
She turned him into a racist in this book. I'm like, well, what happened? Because it takes place as a Scout. She's not a girl anymore. She's like almost 30. And all of a sudden, Atticus is like old and like cranky. And
Oh,
I wonder
that
if
happened.
she did
That
that,
happens when-
specifically to make it like they don't never publish this book.
oh,
they
like
won't
try and
ne-
butcher it. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, and
it's like
sold.
if it's
And I'm
so bad, they won't actually publish it. It'll
so
be
she just
horrible
published
to-
like a really
That
bad
sucks.
book.
Yeah.
So I'm reading it out of curiosity. It's okay, but I'll
Um,
finish it just to say that I did.
Should I get? Because we didn't. We were supposed to read the first one in 8th grade, but it was like we didn't want to read it in 8th grade, and then we watched parts of the movie. So should I read it? The
I
first
thought
one?
it was good. I like it a lot, and I have the movie if you want to watch it.
I remember the movie very vividly because I've seen it a few times.
Some of my favorite books that we ever read in middle school was actually specifically like 6th grade, like The Outsiders, one of my favorites.
So I remember that one.
Holes,
Yeah, I remember that.
only because we watched the movie
I remember.
too.
I remember
Shia
reading.
LaBeouf.
I remember reading The Giver.
Digging up them holes, digging.
Did you ever read The Giver?
Digging up,
It was actually good. The movie was not that great.
Was that the one where
It's the old man on the cover, right? Black and yellow, kind of.
Yeah. It's like he knows the knowledge of like the way things used to be, and he passes it on. And sometimes they can't handle it.
Got it.
Can't handle the truth.
But yeah, the books I've read the most this year are Assassin's Creed. I think I've read all of Ezio and Altair.
Nice.
They were hard to read because it's like 70% game, 30% new knowledge. But the book you gave me, the Fable book,
Oh yeah.
I read that in 9 days. That's why I'm ahead. Because I'm supposed to be done with the 8th book by the end of August. And it's just now, tomorrow's August 1st. So I'm technically ahead by one book. But that's the reason why. And one of the 2 Star Wars books I read was only 270 pages. So it was kind of.
We ain't counting pages, counting books.
Yeah, when you guys do read a book, I was talking to someone and they say, "Oh, the first thing I do is I turn to the very end and I see how many pages it is." I'm like, I don't want to know that.
I don't because it can easily lower my morale to read the book.
When I'm on page 100, I'm like, I'm on 3 digits, I'm fine. But if I'm like, I'm on 100 of like 520, I'm like, But then it's like, so I'd rather just, I don't want to know that.
Did you guys see what book just came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago? The book of Avatar Kyoshi.
Yes, you showed me
actual
that.
novel.
Yeah, it's an actual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a 2-parter. It's an actual book about Avatar Kyoshi. I'm like, cool.
but is
finally.
it? Yeah,
I'd be down to
I
read
will
that,
buy
yeah.
it. I will buy it, but I will wait and because here's the thing. I read a Halo trilogy when only 2 of the books were out, and I hated it. When it was the
You had to wait?
cliffhanger. Yeah, I had to wait like a year. So when it comes to trilogies and stuff, or even if it's 2 books, I want to have all of them.
It's only. I think it's only like $13 on Amazon.
But when's the second one coming out?
I would give it another. I think
Like year and a half, I bet.
maybe 2.
Yeah. So
I mean, just like the graphic novels they do, it's like it's only 3 or 4 parts, and it takes them like.
And I have
like 15 months.
I have
to
to
do
finish
them all.
those.
I mean, to be fair with graphic novels, there's a lot to it.
drawing.
There's this story, there's drawing,
Coloring.
where things need to be, coloring. There's a lot more that goes into graphic novels than just writing a book.
Yeah, whenever there's like when I used to read the Naruto manga, when they said, "Oh, next week's is gonna be colorized," and it'd be like the first 3 pages.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's it?
There was very rare times when all of it would be colored. I'm like,
What's even
what
the
a
point
treat.
then?
I mean, probably when it came out, because you watched it on YouTube.
I would
right?
watch it. No, I would watch it. There was like specific websites from like Japan to the America, Western, like Canada and everything. So, but I mean, yeah, it was very rare when they would have colorized pictures, and when they did, it was like only the first 3 or 4.
I'm sure if we go back now, they all might be colorized. They
I
probably
doubt it.
just
Most
put out- they might
manga,
have
most
just put out what
manga
they
books,
had.
like most manga books, they're not even colored.
I mean, that's fair, but
You guys ever read Bone? When you guys were like in middle school or elementary
I
school?
Don't
think
even know
I
what that
had
is.
the actual book. I never actually read it.
No?
So here's a secret. I didn't read 95% of the books
Same.
from grade school.
I read one.
I read a little bit.
I read
never liked
one
reading.
all the way. It was the book of like the
Holes. I read Holes all the way through.
I didn't read that one. I read the one where the town was separated, was segregated.
Oh, that was
I was in like 4th grade.
Oh my gosh, we have that book.
Or the
Oh, we
Red-
do? I
Yeah.
might reread it.
Red Fern Grows.
I read that, and I read some random book, because one day I was actually into reading. Ethan's gonna go find it. I was actually into reading like one time, and it was about this girl who had like psychic powers, and her journey to like try to figure out how to use them. The ending was bullcrap, because at the very end, the mom's like, "I'm glad you finally learned to use your powers like I did." It's like, the frick, you knew she was going through this, and you didn't help her?
Yeah.
But it's hard to read though.
There was
I fall asleep.
the 2 books that we were forced to read in school. These were the 2 that I absolutely hated. There will be some other people that will argue it, but fuck you guys. The Great Gatsby
The Great, yeah.
is one of the
I
most
never read that.
overrated books I've ever read in my life.
I saw the movie and I was like, this looks familiar. And someone's like, you were supposed to read it.
So we ended up watching one of the movies, not the recent one with like Leo DiCaprio. It was like the 1970s
Oh wait, that's a
one
remake?
with there was an older one with Robert Redford in like I think it was like late 70s or early 80s. But seriously, like they're saying like, oh, F. Scott Fitzgerald or Fitzgerald It's like, oh, he's such an amazing writer, and he's so descriptive in the way he tells things. That guy had 2 full pages in that book just describing a closet.
That must be one nice closet.
It drove me insane. I'm like, there's none of this is necessary at all.
Unless it's the Narnia one. The Narnia
And it wasn't.
book.
There was no magic. It was just a closet with a bunch of clothes.
That's
And-
kind of insane. 2 whole pages.
And
Can you
then-
imagine, like, if that's the end of the chapter? It's like, okay, let's review the chapter. He opened the closet and admired it,
Colors everywhere.
and that was it. Yeah, that was it.
And then the other one was Siddhartha. That one I
Siddhartha?
couldn't even read because I was so... It was... From what I even remember, and I'm probably butchering, but that book sucked. It was about, like, this, like, Buddhist... That's actually all I remember.
It was something about Buddhism.
Yeah, and, like, the book itself is, like, so
oh,
small.
was it a Buddhist who
Perfect.
wrote a book?
Probably.
I remember watching the movie or something like
There's
that.
a movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's more entertaining than the
Did
book.
him or one of his friends like get abused as a kid by an older kid?
That sounds kind of familiar.
I remember like
He literally finds his eternal peace and comes into enlightenment and nirvana and all
oh
that
no,
stuff.
I'm thinking about a totally different thing.
Okay,
there.
then never mind. But that book was so thin. I think it was like under 200 pages, but it felt like the longest book of my life.
Well, the thing with school is like they want you like I had one teacher where it's like find the cinnamon, find the synonym in every sentence. Or find the meaning behind every sentence. Like, he dropped the ball. What does that symbolize? Well, it could symbolize that he's dropping his hopes and dreams, or it's wet.
That is
And
why
he's-
I hated Siddhartha. That was the whole theme of that book. It's like,
Yeah.
what does this sentence symbolize? I'm like, I don't.
You just make stuff up.
care.
You just make stuff up at that point.
Honestly.
But it's like, not every sentence has a meaning. You drop the ball because the ball's wet,
And
dude.
they try to like, what's a good analogy for this?
They just want to overcomplicate it, and they choose some of the most boring books.
Yeah, Siddhartha
I
was
do wish
terrible.
they would be like, but here's the thing: if they say read your own book and give us an essay on it, you could easily look up like the plot and then just like copy that. So
Oh, right.
I understand why they do one book because it's easier to be like, oh, and then he went to the garden. There's no garden in this book, James. I know you didn't read it.
Hey, Kevin, come on. Keep up with the pages.
Was the Bones book, was it numbering the bones? Was it that? Because we have that book.
Which one?
Numbering of the bones?
Nah, just it was a comic.
Oh, comic, okay.
It was literally these 3 characters, and they literally just kind of looked like bones. And they
Anorexic.
fought like these rat creatures. I don't know. I read it as a kid. They were super cool. I really want to reread them because it's been like years. It was pretty badass though for like a kind of a kid comic.
It's kind of insane how, well, not insane, but I guess see, I don't know if most kids like to read for fun or they don't. What do you think, like, in terms of America?
A lot of people tend to read books for fun.
For me,
It's
I
just not
can't
as-
force myself to read. I have to be in the mood.
Same, but I can't be on my bed or like in the couch because I will fall asleep. I have to like sit, because sometimes I read them so slow in a month because I read one chapter and then I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep or not remember. So I have to like sit on my desk.
Have you ever read a book in one sitting?
God, no.
I've done it once, and it literally. I remember finishing the book, and I'm just like, no way that just happened.
Wait,
I'm like, what? I sat down. I remember I got home from school. It was The Tale of Despero.
oh, it wasn't even a full book?
No, it was.
I mean, it wasn't a full day?
Like, so yeah. So I came home from school. It was like 3:30, maybe 4, and then I checked out The Tale of Despero from like my library, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll sit in this chair and check it out. And I started reading it.
Where's that
I'm, like,
about?
flipping
Is that
through the
is that the
books.
one that you introduced me to?
It was about like this mouse.
Oh,
who
never
had,
mind.
like I read it all one day. I saw the movie once, and like I really don't remember what happened anymore. But it was like entertaining enough to where like I was flipping through these pages. Next thing I know, I literally closed the book and like it's dark. I'm like, what happened?
But you're like the next day.
I was really baffled.
The next day you're like, guys, you're never gonna believe what I just did.
Read something to completion.
How many pages was it?
I think it was like
Because
yay thick.
if you give me like a 300-page book, I might read it in a day, but I'm gonna have to wake up early. I'm gonna have to like psych myself up till after every chapter and like do jump because I naturally just get tired. So yeah, I don't want to rush. I don't want to force myself to do that though, because then I'm
think
gonna
it
be
was,
like,
like-
well, it's gone.
It was roughly like 300 pages, but there was like a pretty good amount of like space in between the words. Like the pages weren't like cramped.
I sometimes get happy when in between like sections, like the last book I read had 3 sections. So whenever instead of the end of a chapter, it'd be a blank page, And so I turn that, and then section 2, turn that. I'm like, yes.
Ugh.
I can't find this book. It's driving me insane. I think I remember the main character's name. I think it's McKay. I think I might be wrong. I can't find it.
This?
I have.
What was the last?
I even googled.
What was it
book
about?
where town was split in two or in half. I've tried both. Essentially, it's about this. So this is kind of the days of segregation. There's this one town that was split in the middle of the main road, but the white line. One half was whites, one half was blacks. And this is I think the whites can cross.
The whites can cross, but the black, the white kid crossed because he was just curious, like, what's wrong with these people? And then all the blacks were like looking at him like he shouldn't be doing this. But then when the girl tried it, all the guys kept and said, no, go back. I was so confused.
Was it The Help?
I don't know.
It's not.
It wasn't
the
The
Help.
Help.
I should watch that though. But that came out recently.
Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry.
No.
Man, I actually remember reading that one.
You remember this book now? Now it's gonna drive you insane.
No, he's on.
No.
Roll of Thunder.
The Roll of Thunder sounded familiar, but like this
okay.
actual.
What was the last book
other
you
side?
did read though, Ethan?
Maybe it is the other side.
Oh,
That
I
sounds
think
familiar.
that sounds familiar. It's
That
either
actually makes sense.
it's actually a book or a musical. It sounds like it could be the musical.
It's a book.
That might be no,
The
like
book-
the other side sounds like it could be a musical.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that sounds like it. What was the last book you read, Ethan? Because I want you to read the Fable one.
I bought a book. I just
Is that
haven't read it
familiar?
yet. No,
I will recognize the cover. Let me see.
It's no, it's not.
No, that's not.
It's like the cover itself is the.
it's
I like how when you
it's
look
a
at the other
boy.
side, it's.
Isn't it the
So-
boy? Isn't it the back of the kid on both sides of the line,
I think so.
walking
Yeah.
walking away?
Not that one.
No, it's at the
No.
middle of a street, like a modern city. Well, modern for the time, city street.
Yeah, what year was that placed in?
I mean
60s?
segregation. So
60s, 70s.
Any point between the 60s to before.
Well, let's see.
Oh, to night.
Night.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah.
So when I search the other side on Google, you know what the first thing pops up?
What?
Song "The Other Side" from The Greatest
Greatest
Showman.
Showman.
What song do they have
This is
called
going
The
to
Other Side?
this is going to destroy me. I can't remember this book.
You'll know it when you go to bed tonight, and then you'll just call all of us. It's like, get up the podcast again. I gotta say,
Aaron,
if you
edit
do,
this in.
I will edit if you actually remember. Every time Ethan's on a podcast, he always says, "And I want you to edit this," and I'm like, "Don't make me do this, please. I can't do it." Like we were looking at blood types. I was like, "Aaron, I want you to put a chart of the blood types." And I went, "No, I'm gonna mess that up," and then it pops up.
I did it.
I need to get better at editing though.
Did you guys hear? I think it happened like about a week ago. There was like an anime studio that caught fire in Japan.
Yep.
Like some dude just like burned it up.
Yeah,
Did we find out as to why or who he was?
I thought they said he was fired, but I don't know that for sure. But I know didn't 30 people die or
that a
injured?
pun?
33 people
Huh?
died.
What's that?
Pun.
What pun? Oh, when he got fired? No. No.
He got let go.
Yeah.
Come on, Aaron.
I think it was like 33 people died, and witnesses like him like flying gasoline at the front door and getting "You die," and then landing the place on fire.
Yeah, so a lot. Yeah, and the thing that sucks is like one. I just even if it was because he was fired, it's just bullcrap.
Like
Did
you
the
work
whole
with those
building go
people.
down? Like
Oh yeah, the whole studio. So I mean, and that's one company. So they lost. I mean, think of all the stuff they lost. How many months back they're gone?
If they
Jesus,
if
33
they back anything
people.
out on like a cloud or something. It's the same company that made have you ever seen I'm gonna butcher this name. How he
sounded like you giggled.
give me a second. No, I have it here.
It's a company that they usually make some pretty good movies. Like, did they make Howl's Moving Castle?
No, God!
Oh.
If
Oh,
Studio
no.
Ghibli caught fire, I don't know what I would do.
Pretty sure
the
the
entire
entire
100%.
planet would just go over to Japan.
Yeah,
Hey.
I think the entire country of Japan would just have like.
Have they made any movies recently?
The last one they did was something involving a witch. Came out like a year or two ago. Wasn't bad. They also made Ponyo and Secret Life of Arietti.
I need to watch more. Of
They've
their
been
movies.
showing a movie each month in theaters. So like this upcoming month is
Yeah.
my favorite. It's Totoro. That's my favorite one.
Which one is that? Because I remember seeing that when I was watching.
Totoro is that spirit woodland creature who looks like a big fat.
Yeah,
great
so
bear.
I've never seen that. I know
You've
South
never
Park.
seen
I know
it?
South Park made fun of it with
That sounds familiar.
what's his name? Who's the demon from like Necronomicon, whatever.
The devil.
No, like he has like tentacles and everything.
Tulu.
Cthulhu, yeah. Cartman did like something to Cthulhu.
That's right. You showed me this.
And like I remember because Adam Simpson on Facebook was like, oh, I can't believe they recreated that scene. But I've never seen it, so we should go see it.
That's a really good one.
What was that? This month or August?
That one's August.
We'll have to check that out.
I don't remember which one we just missed. Howl's Moving Castle was like back in January.
Yeah,
That movie turned
that
15.
one I saw. That's only 15 years old.
I saw that one in theaters. I'm like that. Movie
I kind of
blew my mind.
preferred the Prince to when he was a turnip.
When he was a turn.
The moment he became, he's like, "Hi, thank you for saving me." I'm like, well, I kind of wish you didn't.
I
man. Like,
wish you didn't.
You're kind of funnier and cooler when you were just a turnip bouncing around on a stick.
That one was a good one. Spirited Away.
Yep. That's like a classic. They showed that.
That
in
one's
art
I think
class.
that one I think is still like the personal. Like,
Which
Spirited
one is
Away,
that? Which one is that? I know
Kiki's
I've seen.
Delivery Service was a huge one, and Princess Mononoke are like their biggest ones, I think.
I need to look up that What's his name? The studio?
Studio Ghibli.
I need to look that up and just like see the list of the movies.
I
and
was
watch all of
debating
them.
on buying an entire set of all the DVDs.
It's expensive, but
How
I really
much?
want
It's like
it.
Yeah,
$300.
I really want it though.
Jeez.
I'm like,
They better be
oh,
Blu-ray.
This sounds awesome. I think it is Blu-ray. That's like
Okay.
$300. But the same, I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome, but $300.
I know.
They're releasing a 20th anniversary of The Matrix on Blu-ray because it's
Really?
gonna be 20 years old.
Do you remember the Matrix game that was on the original Xbox?
We had two.
Path of Neo or Enter the Matrix?
We had both.
They were both awesome.
they were
Path
both-
of Neo.
Well, the one that
because the ending for that.
there's one when you play Neo. Oh yeah, that one. So there's an
How did that one end?
So they're both the creators of the movie come up and they're like pixels. One's green, one's blue, and it's like
that's
we wanted to
right.
show you the movie, but we also wanted to do the game. But it's like stop, you did it again. Oh shh, sorry, just continue with the script.
Yep, that's right.
And when they win, it's like we are the champions. That game was so much fun when you first got the power to stop bullets.
They
God,
had
it's
a
so
lot of fun making
And then
that
when you
game.
can play as I forgot the other two people.
Ghost and
What's her name?
I don't remember.
But yeah, I
That
remember
game
that
was
one.
significantly harder as Ghost.
Yeah,
I never beat it as Ghost.
I did.
Yeah.
I did as Ghost, but frick, it's hard. I think it's the last level, right?
I didn't even get that far.
There's one part I got stuck at. You just gotta like, I can't remember if you do cartwheels or whatever, but you just gotta constantly just keep moving. Yeah, I remember that was hard. She was much easier.
Yeah, I always preferred driving.
Oh, because
too,
he had a
than
sniping scene. He had to protect her, right?
Yeah, that's what I had. That's what I had
That was
problems
it.
with.
He had a snipe.
The protecting one.
You had to
I
protect her
always
from the
got-
sniper, and it's so easy when you hurt because you literally just run and then the enemies get sniped.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
but when you
hit-
have the sniper, it's like I can't do this.
if you miss a shot, it's like I'm dead. Ah!
yeah,
Snake, no.
that's. If they remake the Path of Neo, I'll totally play the game again. Especially if
There was a
ending's
meme
the
that I
same.
saw that said video games have been getting better just to make Keanu Reeves more digital with Cyberpunk coming out.
Dude, that was
I'm so
probably
excited
one of
for
the
that.
coolest E3 announcements. Just seeing John Wick just come out of the stage, I'm like, no way.
Keanu.
What is like? You guys have like, what is the most expensive purchase you guys have ever made? But it was like a justified purchase, not even for moral reasons, but just you as for yourself. Like, I'm okay.
We
with
shouldn't
this.
count like consoles or PCs, right?
No, absolutely not.
Because like I say, my PC is.
But it could be
probably-
like a fan thing. Like I spent this many dollars.
I think
or
I spent
whatever.
I spent a lot on video game collections. Like I think I spent 150 on Halo 5 for the statue.
Yeah,
Because I remember I called Ethan an idiot one time when he spent 150 on Skyrim. I'm like, that's still stupid.
that was my first like
But that was-
non-standard purchase I made.
Yeah, but then I saw the statue. I was like, that's kind of cool. I like it. And it was on a Christmas tree one year. I think that's it. But I never saw something so expensive. If I did, I thought it'd be cool. But I was like, I don't need it. What about you?
I think you were there for mine. I'm thinking of two, but you were there for one of them. Remember I told you how I bought those Calvin and Hobbes books?
Yeah,
I bought like 12 of them. I spent $120.
Oh yeah, that's right.
that sounds alright.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds perfect to be honest.
Besides that,
But you got that's like most of them.
I also spent, I think it was like 40 or 50 bucks I spent on Amazon to get the complete series of Zoe 101.
Nice. Wait, Zoe 101.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yes.
I've
Can I
never
ask why?
Yeah, because are you gonna tell me you didn't watch the show?
No.
I did. What?
I didn't watch any of the Disney stuff you and Elise were always watching. I went.
Oh, that's right.
The only thing I
Ethan
would
did it-
watch was Lizzie McGuire. That's because it was Lizzie McGuire.
Wait, which one's Lizzie McGuire?
It was the Disney one.
Oh,
With
wait,
Hilary Duff.
and like whenever she
Hilary
gets
Duff, yeah.
mad, the anime version say
Yep.
what she. Oh, I like that one. I remember his sister.
Sister,
Oh,
sister.
okay.
Oh my
I
god.
remember
that one
who's
too.
the black chick? Who's the black chick that,
That's so
that she
Raven.
sometimes saw the future, but it always
That's
like
so Raven.
That's so Raven.
that's so Raven.
Remember the Proud
I remember
Family?
the one. I remember the one. where she
Proud
ate the-
Family. Watching it now.
What's the
is
Proud?
even
Wait,
funnier.
what's the Proud Family?
It was the all-black family with a bunch of blatitude for a Disney show, and that's why
I don't remember.
loved it.
I don't remember that one.
It was really good.
I will show you a picture and you go, oh.
I wanted.
it's
Yeah, Zoe 101 was
flooding
really
back.
good. She actually. She wasn't. She wasn't.
because she
pregnant.
was. Yeah.
Yeah,
was
she got
pregnant.
knocked. She wasn't that bad looking for a blonde too.
I had a huge crush on all the girls in that show.
She was very attractive.
Even Quinn.
The,
She was like
the nerd,
the nerdy one.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she was actually very pretty,
Yeah.
and I can say that because they were our age at the time, which means they're my age still, right? I remember
Yeah,
that
see?
show.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I
Like,
just showed Evan a picture of the Power
yeah,
Family.
you went,
grandma
oh yeah,
was so
dad.
cool.
The grandma was so cool, and the dad like I remember the baby too. He always had stuff. I need to rewatch all of these
That's what I'm
shows.
saying, dude.
Is this on Netflix?
No.
Did you
it
see?
might be on
You know what?
Hulu,
You know what they're
maybe.
doing on Netflix? I saw the trailer for it.
Robin's Modern Life.
Yes.
And
So
Modern
wait,
Life.
wait. So I don't get this. So are they bringing the show back, or is it a movie?
It's like a movie.
About okay.
So like the Rocco's Modern Life one is gonna be a what if, like all of a sudden they're in present day. They're not in the 90s anymore. So
Right,
they're
right,
just
right.
dealing with that.
That's
change.
what I thought it was. And then what about Invader Zim? Is that on?
That's gonna be also a movie.
Oh, dude.
But that one's
both
also
coming to
new.
Netflix this month.
That's a new movie, right?
Yeah,
The
they're
Invader
both
Zim
new.
one?
Both of
Okay.
them.
I'm so
Isn't
excited.
Invader Zim like actually like going to close out the series because we're like, how does the series end?
Did that show get canceled?
Yeah, it got canceled.
I don't know. That was not one I watched a whole lot growing up.
That show was so funny. It's like, why did you get rid of your fuel cells? Duh, make them for the tuna. And he just starts just takes apart his leg and stuff. Everyone watches it for what's his name?
Gur.
Gur.
Yeah. He's the best character, let's be honest.
His outfit just has the
I
dog.
really
yeah.
like Zim's like just reactions. I mean, just the way he spoke and like kind of yelled.
Yeah.
That always made me laugh.
I just like-
Yeah, it was the same effect as like what Frasier had. Like when he just got angry.
Yeah.
Like it was the same
It's
thing.
like there was because I messed up. You know, remember how I said I was gonna watch one season of Frasier and then one season of Mad Men and go back and forth?
What did you start watching?
I'm on the
Nothing
fifth.
but
I'm on the
Frasier.
fifth season. I'm almost done with the fifth season of Frasier. After this, I will start Mad Men. I promise. But yeah, there was one episode, Ethan, where because this is my second time watching it. They wanted to do a Christmas photo before Christmas, so they did it in October.
Oh, okay.
So there was one time where he woke up and went, "Excuse me, how long have I been asleep?" And they started fighting, and then Daphne's like, "Guys, don't fight. Remember what day it is? It's October 21st." Yeah, there was the thing about that show. There's sometimes I don't like him. There are sometimes him and Niles can be jerks.
True, but I feel like that's always like part
That
of like
I think
the
that's a
plot of
good
the
thing.
episode.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing if you don't like the main character. Sometimes there's sometimes
Because
I
they're
just
pretty flawed.
there are sometimes I want them. Yeah, for psychiatrists,
For
they're
me,
pretty
exactly.
flawed. I did like how that one time when there's an episode where Daphne went over to Niles' place and it was really hot that day and everyone had like no air conditioning, and they almost like if they pretty much were gonna have sex basically.
Oh.
And then she's like, "Oh, I have to get my pills," and they came back and then she solved the issue with the woman that was in there. And then it's like, "I can't believe you did this. I could have slept with her." It's like, you brought her back because subconsciously you knew it was wrong. It's like, "No, we came back because of a medicine. You're a doctor. Don't you have your prescription pad?" He went, "Oh my god." It's like, "Isn't the pharmacy used right across from your building?" "Oh my god." But yeah, they're both like, yeah, it's a good overall show. I think Niles is a better psychologist though.
I always favored Niles.
He's my-
there was that episode where he took over the radio show,
Yeah,
and I love that one.
let's get better.
Did you know the voice of Niles, or the actor for Niles, he's the voice of the Stick in A Bug's Life?
Yep. I realized that. So I never watched.
Oh my god!
I never watched Cheers.
Oh, okay.
I watched 7 episodes. I couldn't get into it, but
Same.
there's a guy. You know, like the basics, like like the mailman and everything.
Yeah.
Norm, not Norm. Norm's the guy. But there's a mailman that comes in. He is in almost every single Pixar movie. Because he was the
Well, he was.
he was the pig, and then he auditioned for their second movie, and they just gave him a small part, and they just thought it was good luck. So he's pretty much in all of them. And they made a joke at the end of one of the movies.
Didn't he?
He's not the one that passed. He wasn't the one that was
Oh,
Potato
okay.
Head. No.
Oh, I knew about that. Did you see Toy Story 4?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, in your guys' opinion,
We
like
accidentally-
sadder than 3, or on the same
we accidentally
level?
we didn't spoil it for Elise, but we did something kind of bad. She was watching the second one, and the second one ends with "We'll always be together to infinity and beyond." And then and we looked at each other and went, "Ugh."
That's the exact sound
So,
we made.
are you asking which one's more sad? I think the third one was more sad and scary, just because they were parting ways, and when they almost died, like. I thought
that wasn't the scene that got me.
When
though.
they were going down, I was like, they're faking us. Like, yeah, they're faking. They're trying to pull it off. But then when they all look at each other and grab hands, I'm like, holy they're gonna do it.
It's fine. They're gonna die. Oh my god, they're gonna cut off. Oh, okay, we're fine.
I literally pointed at the screen and went, you got me, Pixar. You got me.
That scene didn't get me, but like I
you heartless creature.
Well, no, so they're seriously not about to kill off these toys. I wasn't convinced. But what was sad was seeing Andy give away his toys.
Yeah,
that's where I started.
That was the thing. Yeah, when
he was driving away, it's like
there's a how it should have ended. Do you watch that YouTube channel?
I hate it.
You don't like it?
No.
You've been alive the entire time.
Because the way that how it should have ended, because I can't remember the girl's name. It's like, we would eat it, give away all these toys. It's like, these toys are so much fun. And then he's like, slowly going, ha. And then he goes, nope, never mind, I'm taking it back, goodbye, and he drives away, like, and she starts crying, and they're in a box, it's like, it's fine, we'll go to college, I can't remember the rest of the lyrics, but it's like, we're gonna grow up together, we're gonna be together forever. And Woody pops out of the box, and we've been alive this whole time! and he screams, and crashes the car. And then they're in the box, he's like, on his phone, like, oh, I told you they talked, like, and Buzz goes up to him, like, let's all raise hands if we all believe this is a bad idea. Like, this is a bad idea.
The fourth one was so good. I liked how it was about Woody realizing it's not about him.
It was. I think the saddest part.
I also like how one of the toys tried getting the dad to go to jail. That was always funny. Go to jail. I have an idea. We're not sending Dad to jail.
Just presses on the gas pedal. That was pretty funny.
You know, oh shit, he actually might go to jail.
So also my two favorite characters of that movie were the two stuffed animals.
Oh, obviously.
The way they were plotting how to take down that
here's what we do. It's like, wait, this has nothing to do with it. Wait, just wait.
Literally wait till she gets home, man.
They look at him.
How did you guys get it? It was very difficult. It was very hard to get it.
They were awesome.
That was Key and Peele.
Yeah. That's honestly why I think
that's obviously why they had to do. If you had one of those people, you kind of have to do the other one for a role like that. I just like it's like, let me ask you an important question of this plan. Who do you think she'll love more, me?
But there's that scene where they're about to say goodbye, like Woody's about to leave and like leave Bo Peep and all of them, and then he's like he jumps over to like the RV and he keeps looking back at her, and you can tell he's conflicted. And then he goes up to Buzz, like, "Hey, Buzz," and he's just like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of the guys for you." Like he already knew what he was thinking.
No. She said she'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
And did you guys know at the moment he was talking about the girl, about the daughter? Yes.
Yeah.
But I just like how it was like she'll be fine. It's like whatever her name is will be fine. It's like, oh, he's saying like go, man.
It's like go.
Yeah, because he knew. And then Woody was just like, wow, we're really doing this.
Spoilers for Toy Story 4.
Yeah, and you put a huge spoiler thing like right before this.
Y'all knew where this was going. Yeah, and then the camera starts like, panning over all of the characters' faces like, wow, like I've been with these toys since I was a child, and my two favorite toys, Woody and Buzz, are saying goodbye.
There's a picture on Reddit where this guy said his grandma took him when he was a kid to theaters to see the first one, and now he's taking her because he's old enough, and she can't drive, I guess. So it was like the full cycle. It's like my grandma took me to see my first one, and I'm seeing her to see the last one. It was like
because this last one really...
we grew up with these movies. I didn't even realize that. I was like, holy crap, we were like
Toy Story 2 came out in '99.
Also, the voice, I forgot his name, Kelly, the guy who plays Frasier.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, he is the cowboy dude in the second one. Yep.
Second one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember the one who doesn't leave his box and everything?
Yeah.
So you know how we saw Toy Story 2 on the TV a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
And how they always have the end credits? There's one they left out, and I was trying to figure out which one it was. So there was one of the end credit scenes, which didn't make sense to us because we were first and second graders.
Oh no.
3.
You really have to watch. We have to watch all like the Disney and Pixar movies again.
You can only find them on YouTube now. It's when they turn the box around where the prospector's in, and it's he's in the box and Chewbacca's in the box. It's like, hey, ladies, how are you?
I remember.
Twins. Yeah, that whole scene.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, it's called the casting couch scene.
Oh my god.
What people keep calling it. It's like that's kind of what it is to an extent. That was cut out.
I was good.
So if you buy the DVDs now, or if you watch like they play it on TV, that whole scene's cut out. Especially since the director, I think, was charged with sexual assault or harassment. And it's like, oh,
this wasn't a good.
that's like that. Let's just take this out. But it
Yeah,
was hilarious.
It's
It
kind
was
of
a great scene.
What's that movie with the guy who likes driving and everything?
Likes to drive.
Yeah, like he like with the songs and everything.
Baby Driver.
Yeah, so I remember the movie where the actor's like, I was so impressed by the balls on that kid. And everyone's
Kevin
like,
Spacey.
yeah, everyone's like, that line did not age well with him.
This movie just came out.
It was a good movie, though.
It was. It sucks that he's
Did you see
it sucks that Kevin
they-
Spacey did that because they don't need him because he died in the movie. But I mean, it sucks.
Spoiler, he
It
died.
sucks that he was like that because he's actually a really good actor.
It is a
You-
damn shame. Like when that news broke out, I really didn't want to believe it, and I'm just like, oh, actually, what was it? A week ago, they said that the charges were dropped.
Well,
I
here's
think
what
I saw that,
happened.
actually.
Here's what I heard happened, but you know, it's like on the internet, it's kind of hard. So apparently, some actor was like 14, went to a party because he was on a movie with him, got drunk. He blocked him from leaving, and he kind of picked him up and kind of fell him on the bed and then passed out, kind of. So it must be traumatized. It's still
I heard a different
traumatized.
story.
Yeah, see, that's why it's really hard to believe what you hear on the internet. So what happened? But wait, why were the charges dropped?
The charges were dropped apparently.
Not enough
because-
evidence, or the person dropped it.
So the dude that got traumatized.
Who is the actor anyways?
He's not an actor. He's just a guy. He was a server at a restaurant.
Oh, I thought it was some like actor because I was
No.
when he came out, I was like, I have no idea who this is.
No.
Okay.
But apparently lawyers and judges asked that guy for his phone because apparently on his phone was proof that Kevin Spacey was innocent. He wouldn't give up the phone.
So it didn't happen.
So because he wouldn't give up the phone, the charges were dropped.
Wait, so he didn't do anything? He lied?
I really don't
We have
know.
we have.
We really still don't know.
Ah.
But what
Crap.
they claim that what proved him innocent was on that phone, and he wasn't.
Well,
gonna
how
give
do
up
they
the
know
phone.
that? How do they know that it was on that phone?
No idea, but he wasn't willing to give it up, and that charges were dropped. So I have no idea.
But you know what though? It doesn't matter when it comes to Hollywood and stuff. It's out there, even if it's fake. Even if it's fake.
Dude, and that's what sucks.
Because
too,
I mean, like seriously, if someone could be extremely famous, and then if someone says, "Oh, they raped me," and then you know, it's all over the news, and then a month later, it's like, "Oh, I lied," no one's gonna cover it.
right?
No one's gonna care. The news is out
They just
there.
want to
so-
capture your downfall. They
Yeah,
wanna see
exactly.
you come back
It's
up.
exact. No one cares to see you rise if you've already been at the top.
Right, exactly.
So that sucks. So he's probably still never gonna do things. Did you see the video he released on Christmas?
That was in weird.
It was
man.
it was awkward, right?
I don't think I saw this video.
You never saw it?
It's
It
well,
gave
do
you
watch,
just a weird.
Do you watch
vibe.
House of Cards?
Yeah, really.
So it's him in his character
Hmm.
talking about the situation of Kevin Spacey.
But without really like saying
Not-
it, but
yeah,
you can
yeah.
really tell that's what
So
he's
like,
implying.
because here's what happened in the next season. He wasn't really gonna be. Are you caught up on House of
I
Cards?
stopped watching, but I
Oh.
knew that they killed him off, didn't they?
Well, it was
Spoiler.
it was
Like,
it was hinted at the end of the last season that he wasn't really going to be needed anymore because he dropped the presidency because of certain issues and gave it to his wife, and she was supposed to pardon him, otherwise he would go to jail, and she never said it. So he was like looking at the camera like, if she doesn't pardon me, I'll kill her. And with him, that could mean he actually will kill her. But then the next season, it's like she's crying. It's like, oh yeah, well we have photos of the funeral. It's like, what? He died? What? So yeah, they just kind of killed him off camera. So he
but it also
so
kind of
he had a
happened
fil-
because
he
this
had a
whole
film
thing was
saying,
vacant
like-
out, so like we can't.
Well,
have
yeah,
it on
that's
screen
exactly
anymore.
why. But there was a video of him saying like, "That's right, you never actually saw me die." So he's like, "I can come back on the show, guys, please, please, please." But yeah, it's just
it was weird, man.
why do people do that though for celebrities? Why do they like fake things and think they'll get a ton of money or attention?
Well, I mean, are you talking about Kevin Spacey? Because I really doubt he wanted any of that.
No. Why did the guy lie?
Oh,
Why do people lie? If sexual assault happens, like I know the whole Me Too movement, that's good that people come out and say it. Like who's the guy who started this? Harvey Weinstein.
oh yeah.
I know because of South Park, it's like
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
I heard you guys punch little kids. Like that's not true. We're Coon and friends, not Harvey Weinstein. But I mean, if you're just lying about it, what's the point?
If you really hate that person,
Money.
you want to see him follow, or you'll pay to.
But you gotta know eventually, like, it's gonna be a very heavy accusation. Or if they're rich, they're gonna hire the best lawyers who are gonna dig.
But it doesn't matter if they go to jail or not. Their careers are done.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I guess if he wanted just to quick Kevin Spacey, he did it.
Did you watch Aziz Ansari's new stand-up on Netflix?
Yeah. So who? First of all, he was all right. He got a little bit too serious too often. But who? I only know. I saw him. He's in the show The Park, right? Or Parks and Rec. Should I watch that show first of all?
Yes, it's funny.
I saw like the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, it feels like they're just trying to redo The Office. And then I found out it's the writers are mainly the people who did The Office. But what happened to him? He had some accusations.
Yeah.
That were also fake.
So he had Aziz Ansari.
Oh, okay.
That's the name. It was he had some pretty funny moments. He had
he was the Indian guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell you a thing.
So it was like a year or two ago that he had accusations, something about how.
Wait, how long ago?
Like a year or two ago.
Okay.
And so from that point on, so he also has a Netflix show, Master of None. And after the second season is when the accusations came out, and he didn't do anything. He didn't write any shows. He didn't appear on any movies. He didn't do his stand-up. He literally backed off from the stage. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna let this cool down. He got scared, and he talks about it in his stand-up. That's why. I don't find him funny. Like, if he's on a script like in Parks and Rec, he's funny.
Yeah.
Stand-up, I'm not a huge fan. I liked this one because of how personal it was.
Yeah.
But he really talks about how he had an accusation about how this chick was I guess they wanted a date, and the accusation was that he grabbed her inappropriately and something. And then Ansari said, I was like, listen, we wanted a date. It was over. I hugged her before she got into a cab and she went home, is what he said. The accusations got worse, but still only the one accusation from that one girl.
Right, it wasn't all of a sudden.
It wasn't a bunch of people Me Too.
It wasn't like a Me Too movement.
Right.
Yeah.
But it scared him, and he talks about in the stand-up, he realized in those 2 years that from that one incident, that one accusation, this whole career could have been gone just like that.
Yep.
And he tells the whole audience, normally I would say, hey, thank you guys for coming out. This was fun. And he leaves. But he was just like, I never meant it when I said that before.
Now, he said that in a funny way. That's I always say thank you, but I'm going to be honest, never really meant it.
Yeah. And he's like, now I do, because I realized just how quickly and how easily this all could have just disappeared.
Yep. And
it was like, damn. And that could happen to anybody, which is the scary part. So you really just have, no pun intended from Kevin Spacey, but you do have to play your cards right. You can't say anything controversial, even a tweet.
It's
James Gunn.
People will go back years. Now, to be fair, there are some people where it's like, oh, such a good person back there. You literally said something about black people. You literally said N-words need to blah blah blah. It's I was a different person then.
I mean, you have to, people have to be able to grow.
Kevin Hart, that happened to Kevin Hart. Remember when he said something he said he was scared of gay people, but he says he wasn't scared of gay people. He says, I like gay people, but I wouldn't want my son to be gay because I wouldn't know how to handle it. And he joked about that. So people are saying, you have to apologize. Why? I changed. My opinion has changed.
That was what, 10, 11 years ago?
No, I think it was it was a good time that
it was 2009, 2010.
He said he says I was a completely different person, and it wasn't extremely homophobic. He just says, I wouldn't want my kid to be gay, which is understandable. That's fine. So and everyone's like, oh, you need to apologize, and if you apologize, then you can come back and do it. It's I meant what I said back then. It's I'm different now. If he is, I'll deal with it. But back then, that's how I felt.
It was a decade ago.
Yeah.
People change.
Yeah, it just sucks.
You have to let people grow.
You have to be careful what you put online, though. Even when I was a kid, it was very obvious that there was one time I said something bad on Facebook. It wasn't even bad, but this girl wore a bunch of makeup, and she literally looked like a doll.
I think I know who you're talking about.
It was something like, "Hi, what you need? I want to poke you." It was something, she said a few lines, but I literally said, "She's wearing I said, "Why would you wear so much makeup that you look like a doll?" Because I don't get why people wear so much of it. And then some woman said, "Wow, you're really sexist, aren't you?" And I deleted it, and I was like, "This is why I don't like the internet." Because it was just a comment. But yeah, it's scary. You pretty much can't give your opinion.
It's funny how easy it is for people to bash you from the comfort of their own home, because they don't have to confront any of this.
It is also easy. There are some people all you have to do is just turn your phone off and set it down.
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent.
But I understand it is still out there. And the fact that it's out there, that's why I'm scared to like stream. Because if I suck, it's gonna be like, this person sucks, he's awful, he's bad. I'm not gonna say anything dumb, like I'm not gonna punch my monitor or like swear or like say the N-word or anything. But I mean, it's not fun when there's anything negative about you on the internet.
And I feel like the risks are way higher, like the popular you are, the more fame you have.
Yeah.
Because that's just a higher pedestal for you to
and
fall
like
off.
Yeah.
especially when people are on YouTube or Twitch especially, there's more chances of you messing up.
Yeah. It's sketch.
But I mean, there's a lot of successful people who have done it. So when didn't Charlie try streaming for a little bit and he made some money?
He streamed. He was playing Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Nice.
And
Did
then
he actually
had
have
more schoolwork and was just dealing with that?
Did he
and just
actually
never came
have
back to
views
it.
that were not just his friends? Like that's not. I don't. That's fine.
I think
If-
I think he had like 50 followers.
Oh. See, because I don't count. I have 14 subscribers on YouTube, and I never ask my friends subscribe. But I don't. I'm grateful I have that many. I want more, but I don't count if it's like friends. Does that make sense? Like if it's a friend, I'm like, oh, you're supporting me, thanks. But if it's a random person, it's like, why? Thank you, but why?
Yeah. It's the same thing when I'm trying to like post music out.
Yeah, that's probably even more scary because that's a whole thing from scratch.
I won't lie. Lately,
have you had any comments?
comments, no, but I'm also still kind of like hesitant to like, you know, I'll make a track and then I'll post it out and be like, sometimes I'll get too much into my head. I'm like, oh, this track is awesome, and then like within the final moments of me uploading, I'm like,
Yeah, you definitely don't
this
want to
track
like.
is probably trash actually, and then like I get kind of like nervous. I'm like, screw it, it's up there.
You don't want to be
Just listen to it.
so nervous you don't do anything, but you don't want to like Kanye West it and be like, oh my god, this is the best thing anyone's ever made in history of ever. It's like you kind of have to like find a middle ground of like, this is good. I accept the criticism that I take though.
Yeah, and you can like learn from it.
Let her do it. She'll do it.
She needs to learn.
Haley's trying to open the door. It's got a little bit of a crack, but she's trying to do it with her nose. She instantly gave up. She's sniffing everything. You can open the door, Ethan. She's so adorable. She's been hiding under my feet whenever I play games.
All right.
Wasn't down. Right, he
She just wants us.
adorable.
Man.
Dude, I wish I had pet.
There was a tweet. So this is the sushi place on Pearl Street in Boulder.
Yeah, that was funny.
Where,
that was really
That's
funny.
Pango's on the bottom. I'm thinking of
Appa?
Hopper, the one that like has the Optimus Prime.
I think we
Free
went.
Papa.
I think we,
Papa.
did we
Papa,
did we
yeah,
go
yeah.
there because did they have the
They had
river?
the river up at the bar.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
I thought it looked familiar. Yeah.
And they have tweets around the place, and like they posted like famous tweets in the bathroom in the men's bathroom. They
In
put-
front of the urinal. So
in front of the urinal,
when
so
you're
you're
taking
reading it as you're going like, oh, haha! It's a Kanye West tweet.
It's saying something like, I might not be the tallest person, but I'll take being short and the greatest musician of all time. And then the bottom says, love your food as much as Kanye loves Kanye. It was so funny.
As much as Kanye loves Kanye.
Yeah, I think it was. I may not be 6 feet tall or able to dunk a basketball, but I'll take
Yeah.
being the greatest artist of all time as a consolation. It's like, all right, what do you say, man?
That's like the equivalent of DJ Khaled just yelling his own name on his tracks.
Seriously.
God, I hate that guy.
Wait, he yells? Wait, he, like, you mean that his lyrics will just be his name?
Oh, have you never heard his songs before?
I probably have.
He will literally just have random outbursts during it in the song, multiple times at any given time. He'll just be like,
Khaled.
DJ Khaled! Yeah, and he always has like an echo effect. So like, Khaled. It's the most redundant thing. That guy is such a child. He recently put out his album, and he always gets put on #1 on billboards every time, even though his music is trash. I don't know who supports him.
Do you act, so obviously you don't like him, but is that is there a good community who doesn't like him within like the, what type of music does he do?
It's like hip hop.
Hip hop?
It's like bad.
Oh, so you're not
Like,
into
just-
hip hop.
just, like,
But I mean, in the
but no, no,
hip
but, like,
hip
even
hop
then, like-
community, do they not like him as well?
No, they don't. And so he released the album, and it got put at #2. This rapper, I think it was J. Cole, got put at #1. DJ Khaled got so pissed about it, he literally threw a tantrum at his like record label's front office. He's like, "Hey, why isn't my album #1?" And the whole world is just like, maybe because your album wasn't that good.
Dude,
Maybe you can't expect to be #1 the whole time.
that pisses me off when people are so famous and rich and they're like, I didn't make as much money as I wanted to, or it's like I didn't get the #1 spot. It's like #2 still means you're selling a lot of records.
Still selling millions of albums.
Yeah, it's like
settle down, guys.
it's like
Yeah,
there's some.
exactly.
I hate when like some streamers they complain about like, oh, I'm losing this many subscribers. It's like you still have like 13,000, so that's like what, like over $30,000 a month. Like you're fine. Trust me, you're fine. I don't care if you lost 3,000 subscribers, but you still have over 13.
Dude, this guy even has like a huge giant mansion that has an elevator in his own house. He only has a wife and 1 kid, like a toddler. He has a bunch of like private head chefs that will cook him all his meals.
See, it's like,
He's got
that
all
sounds
these
nice.
pools. He has a private island.
oh
that
come
he'll
on!
jet
Why do
ski
you need?
over
You don't
to.
need that. Think about if other people had that much money, or like if that was distributed. Like if you earn it, that's fine. But there are some stupid things to buy. Like I just get upset when all I want is like I want a nice house for a couple of rooms. You
Like
know?
literally,
But people like
that's like that's his house. Like that's his pool. He's just taking a dip in it because that's just what he does.
I would never
He's
want.
also a huge narcissist.
Oh, this dude!
This guy.
Oh,
Can I see?
I did. Okay, so funny
that
story.
guy.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know because you know me. I'm not good with names. Okay, this guy. There's a funny story about him. So, do you watch the show Hot Ones? So it's God, I forgot the
I know what you're talking about.
I forgot the sponsor's name, but he seems like a really chill dude. He used to really be into bodybuilding. He's like, yeah, I'm either into something or I'm not. But it's a show where he has 10 hot wings and they get hotter and hotter. So 1 question, 1 hot wing. You know.
Oh,
And
I have seen this.
yeah.
They
and
did one with Toby Maguire.
they have so many, and then someone talked about like, oh, that one. What's that dude's name? DJ what?
Khaled.
Is his name actually Khaled?
I don't know.
Whatever, who cares? But he said that's like one of the most iconic interviews because I looked it up. He had like 3. First of all, when he came in, he says he's already eating like pizza. He's like, "Are you gonna be okay with eating 10 hot wings?" He's like, "No, we're fine." But he finished 3 and said, "I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna mess with myself. I don't know how anyone does this." He's like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll ask you the questions, but I'm still gonna eat them." He's like, "But 3 was a lot for me. That's like above and beyond. Like that's a lot for anyone." He's like, "Most people do 10.
Most people just go.
Like most people do all the 10. They just suffer through it."
Yep.
But like you could just tell he was just all about like guys, I did the best that anyone's done on this one. It's like, no, you did the worst.
Dude.
But it's fine if you want to think that.
I
I will send you that. Yeah, he also said, I remember Philip DeFranco talked about this and Off Topic talked about this, and I saw the thing when it came out, but he said all women need to go down on their men sexually.
Yep.
But men should never do that for women because it's gross.
Yep.
I'm
DJ
like,
Khaled does
isn't it-
not go down on his wife.
Isn't it gross for no matter who? Isn't it just to make the other person feel good? It's not gonna be great for the person doing it. What an
Speak
asshole.
for yourself, Aaron.
Well, okay, I don't know. It might be a nice snack, but but if it's maintained. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
that's just so dumb. When he's just like,
He got so much heat from that.
Yeah,
and
he did.
Deserved every minute of it. How do you? I don't get it.
now we know about
How are
his
you
wife.
rich? And you won't even do that. Are you gonna tell me you're gonna hire somebody to do it for you?
So someone would gladly be paid to do that.
No, he can just buy a machine.
I am a shit.
Here you go, babe. Happy birthday. Have fun. I'm gonna go make another 2 album. I'm just kidding. No, it's just amazing sometimes when I see the people that are rich. It's like, you do not deserve this.
That's why I have like the utmost respect for someone like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a name for something about him or there's a term for him because he literally
Minimalist.
every time that too, dude, he lives in like a regular house too, and he doesn't like. It's good to do charity work for people, but if you brag about it all the time, it's not good. But yeah, when everyone found out, it's like, do you have a charity organization? Like, I've had it for a few years. Yeah, I just don't talk about it. It's like, what the. What? But yeah, he lives in like a regular house and everything. And every time you try to compliment him, he's like, "Oh, but the director was good, or this person was good." He's very humble.
We're at the EA show, and someone was like, "You're awesome." He went, "You're awesome."
You're awesome.
There was I think I was with Rudy, and we looked up his life. He's such a nice person. He has every reason to be a dick. Like if you
Yeah, no, for real.
if you looked up his life, it has not been His early life was not the best.
Did his dad leave him?
His dad left early.
Mom died.
Mom died pretty young.
Sister died.
Sister
No,
got leukemia.
But
and
is still alive.
I don't understand. I forgot what leukemia is, but I know it's like
cancer of the
isn't
blood.
it? Yeah. So like, but how do you? Oh, so it's going through your whole system.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you lose your hair.
I think all of them.
I think all cancers.
I think the treatment makes usually a chemo because you're radiating your body to get rid of.
But he this is the one that made me feel really sad. And this is all mine, so it's not like we're talking secrets. So he had a wife. They separated because I guess they weren't in love. I don't know the reason, but oh no. She got pregnant, and she had a Did you smack the poster?
Yeah, he did.
So Rudy threw a ball for Haley and smacked.
Instead of going to
it
the
was
next room,
it was a Watch Dogs poster. It's fine. It's a good game. The first one was alright,
I bought it
but
for $5. I still have it.
it's alright. I just thought it'd be more when it came out. I'd never played the second one.
We all thought it was
I
gonna be
saw
more.
Ray play it, and he's just like, I'm just gonna shove this up my butt. Like whenever you buy something new, I'm excited for the new one, Legionnaire. Did you see gameplay for it?
I saw the gameplay of a badass granny.
Yeah, that was awesome. But really quick about Keanu Reeves. So like him and his wife, they got pregnant. She had a
miscarriage.
Yes, thank you. She had a miscarriage, so that took a toll. They got divorced. 18 months later, she dies in a car accident. He's had every reason to be such a not a horrible person, but like
You just hate the world.
If he was like kind of cynical and everything, and like kind of a jerk, and then you looked it up, it's like he's every reason to. But it's like he's just been stronger and kinder. And look at him now. He's in so many movies. Like John Wick is amazing. We have to see that third one.
I need to see the third one.
I need to see all of them.
1 and 2.
I will watch.
They're like $5 on
Do you want
Amazon.
the first
You can
one?
rent
To rent them?
To rent
Yeah,
them,
the
like
first-
$5 to rent for 2 days.
Right.
Yeah, the first one that Ethan watched was the second one because Holly, Austin, and I saw the first one, and then we were like, let's watch the second one. Ethan was hanging out with us. It's like, we can watch the first and the second, but then Ethan came way too late. What was it, Holly?
We all did.
Everyone came late, so then
And I had to open the next day.
basically Austin, Holly, and I were like, we're gonna watch the second one. Ethan, are you okay with that? It's like, what's in the first one? Puppy dies, gets revenge by killing a bunch of people in a really cool way. It's like, cool.
Cool.
Wow.
Sounds good.
That's the trailer. So it's not much, but yeah, he's in John Wick. He was in Toy Story 4.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Canadian.
Duke Kaboom!
Duke Kaboom.
This is for you, Dejan!
The way that kid looks was just so
I know, it was really
so
funny.
derpy.
It looked like the kid from the end of Inside Out. Where it's like, I'm here to pick up Riley. And then it shows like, and then it just shows like the dad like, abort, and it's like, I'm in a band. I was in one too. Yeah, it looked like that kid.
Um,
But yeah, what games are you guys getting that's coming out this year or early next year?
Dude,
Cyberpunk 2077.
I
Like, I'm gonna get that
haven't
day
really been
one.
playing much.
Yeah, same.
Like Rocket League is the only one I'll go back to. I'm not gonna lie, it feels bad. Like I haven't been doing a whole lot of games because I've been doing the music stuff instead. That's what I want. But honestly, I think the next game that these are like the ones I'm excited for right now. Death Stranding.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I will always be.
I don't even know what the
supporter of
frick that
Kojima.
is, but I want to play it.
Exactly.
That's everyone. That's everyone in the world right now. It's
Yeah.
like, no one knows what this
No
is
one- I don't know
about,
what it
but
is, I
we're
want it.
all getting it.
I would normally feel guilty about this, but because of what game and who's making it, not as guilty is Modern Warfare.
Same. I want to get that because
I
when you
want-
describe,
I
also,
want soap and price back. I
Isn't
want
it-
my
isn't
co-op
it-
spec
you said
ups,
it's
I want that
crossplay.
dark gritty campaign.
you said it's crossplay, right? Yeah, because they said it's gonna. They said it's gonna make Modern Warfare.
no Russian look
No
like
Ru-
Child's Play.
And some
okay.
of the test players said like I cried.
Yeah,
Like some of the
there's
stuff
like child soldiers in it sometimes. Like, they just said like
Rudy and I were guessing like, what's the worst thing you think is gonna happen? It's like we're definitely gonna torture a kid. I
lie, 'cause
guarantee. We were literally like, what's worse than like no Russian? It's like
Because
we're
Modern
gonna
Warfare 2 had no Russian. and
we're gonna
then-
torture. Yeah, and then Modern Warfare 3, a girl blows up. So
girl blows
we're
up
gonna
and-
torture a kid. We're gonna shoot him. We're gonna put a finger inside the bullet hole, move it around, torture him. We're gonna do something.
That's right. Modern Warfare 3, the
It was the
French
poison
family. Yeah, the French family.
I remember.
That blows up with the
I
gas
remember.
attack.
I remember
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I was playing that level, I was like, okay, I don't know this level. And then when you see the truck, I'm like, oh, those are the guys from the last. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
And then it blew up.
Dude, it was awful.
And you see the teddy, you're like, oh, yep. Just watch a kid die. That's.
And actually, the multiplayer
You said
premiere
it's-
is tomorrow.
Oh, you serious? And then
I
did
like
you
Call of
see
Duty
it's crossplay?
They are doing crossplay.
So we can actually play.
Yeah.
I could play on my
And
PC.
they're bringing back the 2v2 game modes. I'm not sure if you saw that.
No, I know. Oh, I did. It was a really they had a competition. It's in an interesting way. Like you spawn
You spawn in,
with the
everybody
same-
has the same class.
the same
and it's
class and load
randomized.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. I saw one
And
with, like they all
it's
had.
only a minute. You only have a minute left.
Or, and then a flag spawns, and then
Yeah, if
and then
it's
you
like
get
a
the
tie.
flag.
Who's making it?
Infinity Ward.
The same
Okay.
people who yeah, they basically said this isn't like they're not redoing it. It's not a
So it's not
remastered.
Activision or Treyarch, it's Infinity Ward.
Well,
it's
Activision's
Activision
the
owns
producer.
them all.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but
So actually, it's going to be. Okay.
they said
So
they
the
said
good
it's
ones,
not.
they were always
they,
my favorite.
they said it's not a remastered. It's what if. So instead of A happens, so then B happens, then C happens. What if instead something like D happens, which now means something.
So it's a whole new.
it's
story.
a different
Yeah,
spin.
they
It's a
said
different
like
spin on it.
they couldn't do Modern Warfare 4 because the way Modern Warfare 3 ended, it was like Russians invaded the U.S. and there was this whole extravagant story. Makarov was dead. It's like, all right, we can't really do anything with this anymore, but we want to do these characters again. So it's pretty much the term Modern Warfare is changed from when those games
when
came
did the
out.
first one come
Yeah.
out?
2005.
Yeah.
Eight.
Now we have
Seven.
drones.
Seven.
So
I think it was 7.
12
We
years,
were in
right.
Superior.
12 years. Yeah.
But yeah, and so they asked, like, Modern Warfare today, city could be a battleground in a blink of an eye, just like that with terrorist attacks that have been happening, recently the past few years.
Yeah.
And so they're
And then-
taking that into, terms with how they're making this game, and so they're gonna build
So
the
did-
story off of that.
Did they announce that it's going to be a trilogy?
No, they haven't said anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
We'll find out the way it ends.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
that. I'm excited for I've never played Borderlands right. I have a friend I'm starting to do co-op with, but at Borderlands 2 I just don't care to do a third run. But
You do too?
I'm excited. Yeah, I played on Ethan's computer, and then like a year later I was bored. I was on his computer because he said I can play his games, so I was like, oh, I'll do another one. I couldn't do the pre-sequel after like right before the final boss. I was like, this story kind of stinks. So I looked it up on YouTube.
I need
I'm,
to actually
I'm
play
excited
that.
for
I want
I'm
to
excited
play.
for the third one. What's the game with John Berthall? Was it Berthall? Is it
Oh,
Berthall
it's
or
the
the Ghost
Recon.
Recon?
Ghost Recon. Yeah.
Dude, that looks cool. And literally when I saw that, just because he's in it, just like, you're fighting me. It's like, I'm a ghost too. I'm like, yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are. I believe
know
it.
damn well.
I have to wait like 6 months to play Borderlands 3 when
Why?
it comes out because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get the Epic. I'm not down on the Epic
So
store.
for the PC,
I hate that.
It's not.
It's not gonna be on
It's
Steam.
not gonna be on
Wait,
Steam.
so
It's on the
so,
Epic
so,
Store.
so,
Borderlands
explain,
3
so
is-
explain to me, why is that a dilemma? Why can't
Epic,
you just buy
Epic,
it on
Epic bought it for the first. They paid them a lot.
Why can't you just
because
download
I
Epic and
have
buy it?
one thing: Steam.
Okay.
It keeps everything there. I
Okay.
like Steam.
Okay.
I want to stay on Steam. I don't want to download a whole
But do you-
separate launcher.
Are you asking Ethan
Do
that, or are
its
you asking
whole
why is it
thing.
only on Epic?
No, I'm asking like why is it a big deal if you can still just buy it and play
Because
it?
yeah,
if you
it's
have
mainly
it on your
because
PC?
people
Because-
just want Steam. Epic is like, especially, it's just their way of trying to expand more than just be like, look guys, Fortnite.
The only other thing that like you have to download that most people are okay with is like the one for Blizzard.
I do
But
understand.
even that's still a huge pain in the ass.
I don't want to go to a bunch of. I think people don't want to go to a bunch of different websites that have their whole library of games. So I think most people have Steam and then Blizzard.
So
Yeah.
isn't like
But-
one of the reason like developers are going towards Epic is because Epic's giving the developers like a bigger cut than Steam is?
And that's the biggest problem with Steam is they need to not take a 33% cut.
Holy shit! It's 33%.
It's like 33%. It's like a third. And that is the problem with Steam. I understand why they want to do it. They're trying to like get Steam to lower down
At this
your.
point, they
but
don't,
at the same
they don't
time
need to
though,
take that
it's
much. They're fine.
yeah.
But what
at the same
percentage?
time though,
what percentage do you
they're doing
think
it
would
way
be-
too late. If they did this like 10 years ago, it might have actually had an impact. But Steam is still not as big as it's now. Now it's like I want to.
But yeah, if you have
I don't want to have multiple different icons everywhere. I want to have it
Yeah.
all in one location. Call it good.
But how much
Right.
percentage do you think Steam should take so that they're still profiting?
Well, how much is Epic giving?
I don't know. I
That's
could look
probably
that up.
that's probably a
I
secret.
don't. They probably haven't released that number yet.
Well, is it that they're not taking as much, or did they? I thought they paid that company like, hey, we'll pay you this much, and you'll only release it on our store, and then hopefully
I
they make
think
that money
Epic
back.
they bought Gearbox. I think, or they bought the rights to it.
Only for 6 months though, so I thought it was just more like Call of Duty, like with the 360 and PS4. Xbox bought the DLC a month before, and now the PlayStation 4 is
Sony
doing
has
that.
it, yeah.
Hey, that's so stupid. Just release it at the same time.
I
So
mean,
stupid.
it's-
I hated it when
They got money from it.
I'm not an Xbox fanboy, but I do play Xbox the most.
That's the
I
other
hated
thing.
it when Xbox did. I'm like, that's stupid.
Modern
what do you-
Warfare is not gonna have a season
No one's
pass.
gonna be like, dude, I have to buy a
good.
I have to
Yeah.
buy a 360 now because I wanted those 30 days early. It's like just release it at the same time. But I don't know why Epic's doing it. But if I do, when I do,
'Cause,
when I do
EA
eventually,
did that.
when I do eventually do it, I want to do it right. I do want to play co-op from the beginning.
With the EA Access.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like cool. It's like cool. We got a Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2. Oh, I can't play Mass Effect 3 because it's on this store. They refuse to put it on Steam. I guess I'm just not gonna play Mass
I
Effect
did the
3.
same. Yeah, I remember when I was
And
like,
then
hey,
it's
when are you
like
getting the
also
third
like, man,
one?
that looks like a really fun game. It's not on Steam.
Apparently, it had issues though.
Mass Effect 3.
Didn't they remake the ending?
Yeah, they had to put DLC because everyone hated the ending.
Why?
wanna-
What was the original ending?
I don't know.
I,
Never
I-
played
I-
3.
I might just watch the thing on YouTube and see the original and then the remake. But
What was something similar happened with AC Origins?
you asked me that with Odyssey. You said apparently
Odyssey.
Odyssey, and I was like, I haven't played it yet.
Oh, that's
I have
right.
no idea.
Okay, because apparently people
Oh,
got
I
pissed.
never
I
played
have
Odyssey. I
no
want to, though.
I have no idea what that game's about. I have the season pass, but not the game because
What?
here's why. Because I wanted to play. I did the same thing with Far Cry 5. I bought Far Cry 5. I bought everything, but I played Far Cry 3 first because I didn't want to play 5, like updated graphics and mechanics and everything, and then go back to 3. So I'd rather play 3 and then play 5. So I bought the season pass, so I have it eventually, and that came free with Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. And to me, just for that game alone, I'll pay another $40 because it's a fun game. It took me like over a month to perfect that in Liberation. But yeah, I haven't played it yet. But yeah, I didn't hear anything bad about the first DLC, but I didn't know anything about it actually. Like I have no idea what the story's about.
All right.
You
I
can be a
literally
guy-
just heard about the backlash.
You can
but it
you can
didn't
be a
explain
guy or a
why.
girl. Everyone usually plays the girl because the voice acting's very poor for both of them, but it's not as bad for the girl, and that's what I got from E3. I was like, I usually play a guy because I am a guy, but I'm gonna be the girl this time, Cassandra. I don't hate playing a girl though. That was a big thing I saw when people was like, I want to be the guy, I want to be the girl. It's like, why do you hate being the other gender? It's like, I'll play a game with a female in it. If you give me a choice though, I'm gonna be a guy because I'm a guy.
You kind of want to.
I want-
feel
I
like
want-
you
I
always kind of
usually-
try and fantasize yourself as the main character.
Yeah,
'cause
but
you're taking control of him.
Alexios just seems so. He looks like an NPC himself, and he sounds like an NPC.
Did you see
So,
the
it's just- I'd
commercial
rather-
Amazon put out with Alexios?
The what?
So Amazon did this thing with Assassin's Creed, where with Alexa they had something called Alexios. Alexios,
Oh, I saw,
and it was the Alexios voice character doing stuff for the Amazon Echo.
Oh, so like, what's the weather? The weather is 37 degrees.
But in the commercial, they had an actual like dude who's dressed up like as a Spartan.
Oh, so instead of the machine, it was an actual guy just standing in your room. It's
Yeah.
37 degrees. It just blinks constantly.
and
Okay.
then would insult the family because like if it become part of the family, insults the dad, and like that type of tone and the type of like the way they speak and like that's
That's
awesome.
pretty funny.
I'll have to show you guys after this. It's actually pretty good.
That's really funny.
And post it here.
But no, I'm kind of no. Ubisoft will take that down.
Yeah, they would.
I'm very curious to see what they change though. So I'm gonna have to start that at some point. But here's the thing: whenever I think about that game or some other games I want to play, it's such a long game. Just the base game, if you want to do everything, which I'm gonna do, it's 80 to 100 hours.
I will never. I have Origins. I will never be.
Dude, that game was so much fun though. I enjoyed the crap out of it.
It's like Witcher 3. I don't have it, but I'll never buy it.
Oh
Why?
god, no, Witcher 3 is so.
For the reason of it's gonna be.
Too big.
Yeah.
There was
I can't
someone
do it.
I was
It
watching.
took me a long time.
I was
to finish
watching
it.
Ray
Also,
play-
to be fair, I kind of like had big spaces between it.
Yeah.
What I liked most, though, if anything, was the Blood and Wine DLC.
Yeah.
Because usually most of which is like the dark colors. It's world ending type of feel. But Blood and Wine, it's bright, vibrant colors. Because they meant to go like the whole like the grape vineyards of Italy and stuff like that. I'm like, this is awesome. Feels great. I always made a point whenever I was playing that DLC was get a glass of wine.
I just remember people were insane. They thought it was really funny. They're like, this is a DLC. It could have been.
It could have been its own game.
right, a full freaking game, and they charge like what, $15 for
Something
it?
like that, yeah.
And they're just like, man, if you just want to if you want a new boat in an EA game, $60
like
right there.
God.
Yeah, they're the same people that are making Cyberpunk, right? That's why I'm so excited for
Yeah,
it.
they're the one. CD Projekt Red is making Cyberpunk 2077, which is why A1's like, oh, we're gonna get this, which was amazing. This has got to be good too.
I'm so excited for
because
that
they
game
do
to be
pretty good
huge.
work from what we've seen so far.
I saw some gameplay recently of them driving. I didn't really care for the driving in first person, so I was like, that's gonna suck. And then they show you can do third person. I was like, that looks a lot better. I want to see the city and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I still like. I've only seen a couple of things of gameplay, but I'm excited for it. It looks really really fun. I was talking to Ethan about this, and not to get like too like PC, but you know how like a lot of people nowadays do games, they're pushing their agenda, Rudy, and everything. Like Apex.
Yeah.
Apparently Bloodhound. He's my favorite, but apparently that's not right. I said that's so weird. I was gonna say wrong, but then I said it right. But apparently saying he's my favorite isn't right because the person who is Bloodhound in that universe doesn't identify as male or female. And I'm like, and everyone said the same thing, right? In a multiplayer only game, doesn't mean a
Doesn't
thing.
mean a thing.
Seriously, but here's the thing:
In a multiplayer game, you are that character.
in Cyberpunk, you can choose to be male who's gay, female who's lesbian, or you can choose to be a male who's transitioning to be a female or whatever, or you can be non-binary.
can be
But
whatever you want.
that's a game where you're putting you're augmenting yourself with all these machines and everything. So it kind of makes sense in that you can do that, and it's in the future. But all these other games that are doing it, it's like I just don't really care.
Can you imagine if you just augment yourself to be like, well, I feel like being straight today, and you just change it.
Oh, like a switch.
But I'll be gay tomorrow.
That'd be so weird. Imagine if you just said random. See what happens. It's like, I don't like you today, but tomorrow.
You don't realize what it is until like you go out into the town. Like, oh, I guess we're doing this today.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's true.
Good choice.
It's like, do I look cute? Not today, but tomorrow you might. There's an 18% chance you will tomorrow. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. But I just hate how some games are kind of pushing that PC stuff. Or people are expect like. Do you remember when there was an issue when Spider-Man came out that people were saying, oh, it's saying that you should help the cops and everything. Like Spider-Man was with the cops. They're saying like, oh, he always like makes sure to call the cops and everything. It's like, first of all, there's nothing wrong with hating with liking the cops. They protect us.
Spider-Man.
But also, they never do that in the game. Every time you beat up a crime, he says, he's like, I don't have the worst reputation with the cops, but I should still leave. He always makes a point to say, oh, not every time, but you know what I mean.
He's a vigilante. What he's doing is something
You know,
illegal.
yeah,
Right.
technically, yeah. But not all the time, but most of the time he says, I should leave before the cops get here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, why are people pushing that on? It's like, it's just a video game.
You guys see Far From Home?
Far From Home.
Spider-Man?
No, I
frick,
need to.
I haven't
Oh.
yet.
Is that out already?
It's been out.
It's been out for quite
Endgame came
some-
out like 3 months ago.
Yeah,
and
it's
then-
already on Blu-ray.
Fuck.
Oh, digital, sorry.
Did you see that it finally passed?
Avatar?
Yeah.
I'm so glad,
And here's
dude.
the thing. Here's the thing. It was before they re-released the new footage, so the original movie passed it.
I never even saw it with the new... I really wanted to. actually.
We need to go see that. I want to see it a second time, but I mean, I want to see it with the second footage. But I like how it did it with just its one release, because if that extra footage came out and then it beat it, people would say, it's not real.
They cheated. I hate
But
it.
Cameron actually released something of like a picture of like Iron Man with like the
Congratulations.
thing saying good congratulations and everything.
Didn't people get pissed off at that? Because he put down what Jimmy
Pissed
Cameron?
about everything at this point.
Because he conceded?
No,
not
because he went
conceded,
Jimmy
but-
Cameron because of he used a different name than James Cameron. It was
He
like
seriously got pissed because...
Alias?
I don't
Is that
think
what
it
it's
was
called?
alias. I think people just also call him Jimmy. Like people in the industry call him Jimmy.
Isn't it
instead
just
of
James Cameron? She wants out, Ethan. Now she wants to go out. Oh, upstairs. But, I don't know. I saw a podcast with Neil deGrasse Tyson recently, and apparently he talked to him and said, the stars in Titanic when Rose is looking up aren't accurate. And his response was, it's made about $2 billion, so I think I'm fine. It's like, what a dick thing to say!
At the same time, though, like, do you really want an accurate representation about the stars when you're looking at a movie? No one's gonna be thinking about that.
Very small
But
people.
ever,
can be thinking
ever
about
since he's done that, though, that Neil deGrasse Tyson has been getting calls from like directors and everything, like for Ted 2 or Ted 1. You know when he wished upon a star for it all to be real?
Yeah.
They called him up and said, we're doing a scene of a kid in this town, this day and night. What would the
What
star?
will
What would the actual stars
be
look like?
looking at?
So yes, it's small things, but it's still like it's kind of cool if you do that good of detail.
Okay,
So
but
I
had
agree.
you not told me he'd done that,
You wouldn't have cared.
exactly.
I know. If I had said that, if I had told you those are the exact same stars that night, it's like, really? No.
There you go.
But at the same time, you're like, yeah, he didn't have to tell him. But at the same time, you didn't have to say it was made $2 billion without that fact, though. It's like kind of a dick response.
Fair.
But I mean, there's only been two. I know the Russo brothers are one, like they consider them, but I mean, only 2 films by 2 directors have passed $2 billion.
Anakin Endgame.
It was Titanic and Avatar, so those are both from
Oh,
James
yeah.
Cameron, and then Infinity War and Endgame.
Infinity War passed it? Or made $2 billion?
Yeah, made $2 billion. I thought. Was it $2 billion or 1? Yeah,
I don't know,
look
look
it up
up.
then. I just remember they
I don't
said.
know,
Do I type in?
I don't know. I don't think it was $2 billion. Then. I think it might
Spider-Man
have been
just
1.
passed $1 billion, which makes it the most successful Spider-Man movie.
So I saw a thing about how that dude isn't from this timeline
Who?
in the trailer. Mysterio. Mysterio. No, I was gonna say Mysterion. That's South Park.
You know you guys know he's the villain, right?
Oh, I'm assuming he is. I know
Mysterio?
they're
Yeah.
making him seem
Yeah.
like a good guy, but I'm like, in all the games and movies, he's a bad guy. So I'm pretty sure he's tricking.
I don't really
Don't
know
tell
if
me,
he's-
but I'm pretty sure he's tricking them.
So I don't really know if he's actually from a timeline.
Didn't
But
they say that in the
I'm gonna
trailer?
wait- I'm gonna wait for you guys to watch the movie, and then I'm gonna bring something back up.
We'll watch it as soon. Well, we really want to see John Wick 3 because that's
Because
been
there's
out.
that scene in the trailer for Spider-Man where Nick Fury's like, he's not from our world.
Yeah, that's what I thought that meant. He said this. Yeah, so
Right.
So people are saying that because of that trailer, that there could one day be a movie with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Dude,
That'd be the best movie
fucking amazing,
ever.
dude.
I'd watch it.
I want that so bad.
And,
'Cause
but
I know they would all
here's
come
why
back.
here's why they won't do it. Isn't that
Andrew
kind?
Garfield is
Isn't that
still like my favorite?
isn't that kind of just like the animated movie that just came out?
Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm. That's literally the same thing. So why would they do a live action? I mean, that is why they should do because it'd be live action.
Well,
but
because it's
the only thing people
as
wouldn't
fun
see
as
it because
Spider-Verse was,
it wasn't
I don't care for any. I mean, they were cool, but like that Asian girl with the spider suit, with the Spider-Man mech,
Mhm.
didn't care for her. I don't care for Spider-Gwen. Noir Spider-Man was okay.
I
wish they
liked him
would've
just
brought-
because of Nicolas Cage.
Right.
It's
But,
like
like,
when I saw the trailer, I'm like, yeah,
I
Cage
thought
is
it
in
would have been cooler had they done like, all right, this is the regular Spider-Man. Here's Miles Morales. Here's that Puerto Rican Spider-Man. I forget.
You didn't like the pig Spider-Man?
He was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I want you to have this.
It will fit in your pocket.
That's all, folks. Can you legally say that? At least
that-
at
like,
least
that
did
was
not like
funny.
that movie. She's like, it was too silly. It's like, it had silly moments, but it was still pretty...
It was a
It
great
was
movie.
silly. I felt emotional.
Aunt
seeing that
May
movie.
was freaking awesome in that.
Aunt May
Like when
was
she,
so good.
it's like my friends call me Liv, but my friends call me Doc Ock. So it's what's like, oh great, it's Liv. It's like, wait, I'm
Wait.
confused what's happening here. And then when he came back, she's like, it took you long enough. It's like, I just like
Aunt
how
May-
she
yeah,
doesn't
she
take
was-
she doesn't take care of Peter Parker. She takes care of Spider-Man. Like when
Right.
all the other people came there.
I
Man.
thought Prowler was awesome, and when Miles found out that was his uncle,
Oh,
So did you
yeah.
know
was so
that was so
rough.
that was
Was probably
that was cool.
Usual Spider-Man villain, or was it just
Yeah.
something they put in?
is it
No,
usually
Prowler
is it
the
usually
villain. So you guys saw the
Is it
first
usually-
Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, right?
No.
yes
You haven't seen any of
yes
the Tom Holland Spider-Man?
no you did I saw that I don't
Okay,
like this
I was
actor
just
I don't
Which
like
one's Tom Holland?
I
Is that
don't
the
like
new one?
yes
Yeah.
Yes.
Homecoming.
yes
I saw.
oh yeah
like,
no you
I
didn't.
didn't see all of
No,
it. I
you
saw like
didn't.
the first like 4
Okay.
minutes.
So let me
That
say
was on
this: I
Thanksgiving, and
don't
was
care for
cooking.
that actor. I think he's full of himself and like I don't know. He has two.
Tom Holland?
No, not Tom Holland. Childish Gambino is his artist name, but he has another name for when
Donald
he's
Glover.
Yeah, I don't care for him, but I did see an Easter egg that he is a
He's
Prowler.
implying
Here's the
he's
thing:
Prowler.
should not be Prowler. I don't think he'd be good. They should get someone taller, a little bit more beefier.
Height doesn't make a difference. And Tom Hardy played Bane. He is a short man.
I just don't like him, so that's why I don't want him to have. I just don't want him to have. But
Why?
I did see that he is the Prowler. So is the Prowler always Miles' uncle?
It would.
Also, what's with the Spider-Verse hating? What's with Marvel hating uncles?
Uncle Ben, Uncle Aaron. Usually Spider-Man
Yeah,
too.
when we saw this in theaters, Holly was like, "Aaron, it's like you're in the movie because you're an uncle. Your name's Aaron." I was like, "Cool." And then when it died, they're like, "Sorry, Aaron."
I think he died. Shit.
But it was obvious when he went into that building. I was like, "Oh frick, is it the uncle?"
Yeah.
Because Holly said she was surprised when he took the mask. It was a great
It was a great
reveal,
scene.
and that song was awesome.
Oh, the sound.
That
you
sound was
hear,
awesome.
It was terrifying, but I like.
So what is he? He doesn't have powers. He just has a suit, or
It's
like
just-
he has like a glove and everything, right?
Yeah, it's all part of the suit, but he's like a pretty scary looking villain.
Yeah.
Watching these movies, all the Spider-Man movies, makes me realize that like Batman is my favorite hero, and a lot of it is because of his all of his enemies, right?
He has some really.
He has
It's
some
not
of the
just the
best
Joker.
villains
Yeah.
in any comic book history. Spider-Man, I feel like, is the only other hero that can completely rival it.
Who do you think? So, is it the Green Goblin or is it God? Who's the oh, I forgot his name. The bald dude, the rich bald dude.
Kingpin?
Yeah, is it Goblin or Kingpin? That's his main enemy. Goblin. That's what I
His
thought.
Kingpin, I feel like, is more of
He controls everyone in a
more
way.
of Daredevil.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more.
Well,
Daredevil.
yeah, 'cause that's what I was thinking. That's what I was confused about. Because I know he was in Spider-Man, but when I was watching Daredevil, because he's in all, is he?
Like he's a pretty big villain throughout all of Marvel. Like some heroes have shared feuds with him here. and
Right,
there,
right. But he's
like,
mainly
Daredevil.
Daredevil. But I feel like after that, it's Spider-Man. Like, I'm assuming they've teamed up, right?
Yeah. So, like, especially with like Punisher. Did you know that Punisher's first appearance was in a Spider-Man comic?
Really?
Wow.
His first appearance was with Spider-Man. Spider-Man had to deal with him, and he was just like, "Who the hell are you?" Because he was literally just a mercenary, just killing people.
So we had to stop him. Is it the same, kind of like what Daredevil did in season 2, where it's like, I know you're not bad, but you're trying to be good in a bad way.
Right.
So you had to stop him.
But then there's, I love that line. You're just one bad
Day away from being me. Dude, he did it so well. He's like, I think you're a half step, you're a half measure.
I need to finish Punisher 2.
You need to finish Punisher 2. You need to start Daredevil. Rudy needs to watch Defenders, because you need to watch Defenders to watch.
Right.
It's really good. It's okay. It's not really. It's decent, and there's some good songs in it, and the fights are nice.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a trailer that popped up, mainly because I think it was season 6 of the not Defenders, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't care to watch that.
I
don't
haven't seen
hate
it,
it, but
but
I just don't care.
There was a season 6 trailer.
Cooper just scared the crap out of me. His
Hey,
tail just went all up from my. Oh God, Cooper. He's just looking like what?
They
what
did
I do?
like a rendition of "In the End" from Linkin Park, and like I kind of want to see this now.
I forget you guys have it.
I don't hate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It just doesn't look like something I would really care to watch.
It doesn't look entertaining.
But apparently they do kind of talk about the movies.
A little bit.
Oh, so did you guys see the new Phase 4 lineup?
No.
No, I don't really want.
I'll-
if you tell me. Oh, I did see some. I did see.
Most of them are shows.
I saw
Really?
I saw a tweet of some Asian guy who said, "I can't believe yesterday I was someone just sitting in my underwear eating shrimp popcorn." Okay, I'm still that today, but I'm also a superhero. So apparently he's gonna be in.
Wang Chi or something like
Yeah,
that.
so he's like with Doctor Strange. So they're mainly shows.
So
like Netflix
you guys,
shows,
So you
or
guys, well, here's the thing. You guys now know why these Netflix shows got canceled, right?
Because
because they
Disney-
want to make these official.
Because Disney's making their own streaming service, and Marvel is owned by Disney.
Oh, so wait. Oh,
Because Disney
So
bought
that's
out
why all these
Fox.
shows got canceled, is because Disney wants to have the rights for all of them for their streaming service. So
Disney's not gonna make a Luke Cage because the amount of times they say the N word.
So, with all the Phase 4, like, one show is called WandaVision. It's Scarlet Witch. She's gonna have her own show.
Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Who's Scarlet Witch?
Girl in
Wanda.
Red.
Oh,
Vision's,
yeah,
Vision.
The twin, the girl.
That actually might be kind of cool.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're gonna have their own show, and it's gonna be the same actors.
Together?
All
Those two are gonna be together? Oh, it's the actors too?
Yeah.
Nice.
So those two will have a show together. Doctor Strange is getting a sequel, which is dope. I really
Yes,
waiting for that
dude,
one.
he is so good. Now, I wonder if this could be another line besides "Do Mom, we'll come to bargain."
Hawkeye,
I'm back.
I think his is a show. Hawkeye's getting his own show.
What do you think of Hawkeye in general?
They beefed him up so much in this last one. I loved him.
I think he's cool.
I think he's awesome.
I prefer
Black Widow is the next
I
Marvel
heard
movie.
she's getting
Wait.
a movie, a prequel.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait.
Prequel.
So it takes place between Civil War and Infinity War,
Okay.
which would explain how she even got the blonde hair.
Okay.
Where did that come from?
She dyed it.
Sure. She looked terrible as the blonde.
You're not wrong. She was much better as a redhead.
Yeah,
But I
but
wanna-
that's when the movie takes place. And you know who the villain is?
No.
Taskmaster.
Wait, that's
You played the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, he's the dude that
Mimics your every move.
Yeah, he like if he Taskmaster if he sees you do something like let's say you're an expert like you know Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
You know the scene where he fights with an actual ladder.
Yeah.
If he watched that movie, he can do it
too.
just as good.
All it takes is him.
So there was a thing in Spider-Man game where he's like, I'm gonna set up challenges, beat up these guys, and you have to do this and defeat them in different ways. So
He was saying all your different ways.
and he
of fighting.
literally in the game he is watching you. Someone every time you get out, then it puts you back in the fight. But he literally is watching you, and then you fight him. But yeah, that is actually
he's gonna be
that's
the
a
villain
very
for Black
useful
Widow.
power. Isn't it? You said that's the ability you would want.
Yeah.
That's actually
I
very
think that's such a badass ability.
Taskmaster. Dang, I wonder who would you want to play him?
Taskmaster.
Wait, is Taskmaster good or bad? Because when he was with Spider-Man, he said he wasn't. He said he was trying to recruit him. Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's mostly a Captain America villain.
Oh, okay.
So that was one of the phases.
So how many movies are they doing? Are they?
Oh, and this is the one that got me the most excited was they're bringing in Blade.
Ooh.
And
Wait,
you know
Blade
who's
is
playing-
Marvel?
Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know who's playing him?
Yes. Who?
You watched House of Cards?
Yeah.
Or the one black guy in House of Cards? He's gonna be Blade.
He would do a great.
He's gonna be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So they're saying that one won't even be out until like. I think.
So
It's not too long. That's not
wait.
I
So
know.
should I watch
Pretty cool.
the original Blade movies then?
I've only seen the original.
I
thought it was pretty cool.
I should at least watch that one because isn't the whole premise is that his mom. So in the Blade universe, I know it's Marvel, but in his world, vampires are like a big thing, right?
Uh-huh.
So isn't his mom? Didn't she get like? She had sex with a vampire or something, or his mom was a vampire and
I
she fell for a
honestly
human. He's
don't-
half vampire.
He's half.
So
Yeah.
that's why he can be in the sun because he's half human, so he's fine. But the other vampires, he fights them at night because when they all come out, basically, right?
Yeah.
I remember something with blood being a thing, like he would like inject it for like. I'll watch the first.
Didn't we
Blade.
have a game?
Didn't
game
it?
on like
I
Game Boy
did.
Advance?
I did. Yeah.
Well, it's
so I remember.
Blade game for Game Boy.
Huh? Yeah.
I'll show you. I remember I was a kid, and the first boss you defeat, he's like, it's like you're dead or something, and the enemy says, "I'll see you in hell," and I was like, "Mommy, is that a bad word?" But I'll watch it. That's kind of cool though. So how many movies are there? Is the Blade? Is it a show? or a movie?
So there's movie. So Blade, Doctor Strange, that Wong.
What about
Chi
Black?
one,
What about?
Widow?
Wait, Wong Chi. I thought
The Asian one you're telling.
Is the Wong is he going to be the next Doctor Strange
No.
movie, or
No.
so Doctor Strange
No.
and then another guy who has the same like magic powers?
I don't know who this guy is.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
A movie. I know nothing about this guy.
Okay, so there's at least two. What
Oh,
about Black? Is the Black Widow a show or a movie?
Eternals is finally coming back. I think that one's going to be a show.
What's Eternals?
I also don't know too much about them. They were originally going to be a part of the Phase 3 lineup, and they scrapped it entirely, and we never knew why.
Huh.
So they're bringing it into
Oh,
the
there's
show.
I did see one thing. Because people made fun of it, how the logo for each Thor movie is getting more and more like.
Oh, and that's the other one. Thor
So-
4. I'm not going to
That's
watch
going to
it.
be Guardians of
No.
It's
No.
not.
No, Thor 4 won't even be... Chris Hemsworth is not going to be Thor.
Oh.
It's Natalie Portman. It's a female Thor.
If we
That's not my complaint about why I'm not going to see
wait,
this
really
movie.
quick. Didn't Natalie Portman have an issue with like the
Wait,
Marvel
wasn't
thing?
Natalie Portman the
She was already in the,
the
Thor
girlfriend? Yes.
The girlfriend?
Remember
Yeah.
when like
And now she
had to like she
she-
had to get the thing like she had to get the
Yeah.
the
the
red
reality,
stone.
which it turned out to be the reality stone?
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's back.
But
And
didn't
she's
she have
gonna-
didn't she have beef with Marvel?
Yep. And now she's back. Because...
Money.
Sure.
Well, I wonder if like something small happened and she overreacted. But
I don't care. I
just,
don't care why she's coming back.
I just know that's why like in like Age of Ultron, it's like sorry to hear she dumped you. It's like so that's what happened in the show because I heard something bad happened. So I was like, what are they gonna do in the movie? Just not have her in it? No, she dumped you. It's like okay, fine.
She's still trying to be in the universe. She's still alive. It's just
Dumped him.
The reason I'm not going to watch it is because
Who would dump Thor?
it's same director as Ragnarok.
So what I wonder what that
Ragnarok.
means. Here's the thing.
I
With
never saw Ragnarok. I thought it had its moments.
Here's the thing with Marvel. Well, something funny in Ragnarok because it has they face their sister.
Mm-hmm.
All three of them, the sister, Thor, and Loki, all at one point, both have two weapons in their hands, and they do that motion where they put it on the side. Because when I didn't notice that, it was something I noticed in Marvel details. Like when the sister comes out, she does this, and they come out. Loki does it to Doctor Strange, and then Thor does it with when he's battling the Hulk. So it's like, man, that is a family move right there. So the thing with Marvel, though, I think it's like most people. It's like I'm just gonna watch it. So are you gonna watch the shows at least? Like, how do you have to have a Disney subscription then?
Yeah, they're gonna own it. That's another thing you have to pay for. That's the thing.
That's why.
That's why people don't want it because and remember we used to like channel surf on TV.
Yeah.
Now we're just stream surfing.
Yeah.
Let's go on Hulu. Let's go on Netflix. See what's there. It's all these different providers. Just like
Rudy and Rudy talked about that. How he says, do you ever just find yourself just like streaming through things like all the time? You, Austin, Holly, whenever we try to find a movie, we'll talk for like 20 minutes. It's like, pick something. Pick something, please.
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth made a joke about it, where it's like, if you don't want to have Netflix, we have Scrollix. You can scroll through all the movies. You can't watch any of them, but you can just scroll for hours and hours.
It's ridiculous.
There was
It is kind of, but do you feel like it's because you're? I have over 100 things queued in my Netflix. It's just hard to like.
In the mood to watch some of them.
Yeah, but when you see like, oh, it's 2 hours, like I don't want to watch 2 hours, and then it's like, oh, let's watch this show. Oh, it has 8 seasons. I don't want to sit here for 8 seasons. Like, it's just a lot.
Here's another thing that pisses me
But
off.
I'm gonna
about
watch Hall of
Disney
Frasier.
Is because they bought LucasArts, Lucasfilm, so they all now own Star Wars.
Oh no! So that next season,
Then the last season, season 7 of the Clone Wars, is going to be streamed on Disney.
I found out the
Which
voice.
means I gotta learn how to pirate because I'm not doing that.
I found out the voice actor for Savage Opress is the guy who does Mr. Krabs.
Clancy Brown.
I literally
All
saw
right.
it yesterday, Ethan. Yeah,
All right,
he's
I'm
looking
gonna
it
look
up.
this up.
Did you watch that Star Wars show?
Mm-mm.
It's really good.
Oh.
It shows during the war,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny
And
because
this is like
they see
a lot of it
they
is completing the Mandalore arc.
Yeah. So
Especially
I didn't
with
know
Darth Maul and
that. Do
everything.
you know who Mandalores are?
Mm-mm.
They're very tactical. How would you describe them? They're very tactical and they're very good with military. And in the game, Star Wars: Knights of the Republic, you can choose a bunch of different races that are in your party. And I always had the Mandalore because he can heal a little bit. I don't know if that was just the game, but they're very good warriors.
Sure.
Boba Fett was a Mandalorian, which explains why the clones were extremely good. Because they're basically a race
a warrior race.
Yeah, they are a warrior race.
But
So-
Mandalore decided to be neutral in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, and some of them did not. There's a group called Death Watch, and they did not like that because they want battle. It's at a point where like we don't care if we're on the good, if we don't care what side we're on. We just like to fight. So yeah, they're in that a lot. Darth Maul's in it. Okay.
I can't. I'll watch the original Star Wars movie. I really don't care for any of the extra lore.
Okay.
Any of the movies.
That's fine.
all I need.
I read 2 of the books I read this year were
He's-
Star Wars books. They were both on Maul. It was nice seeing his training.
Yeah.
I actually see why, because when he died to Obi-Wan, I was like, that's bullcrap. But in the book, it kind of explained how he grew up he got his power from being angry and using the dark side. And when Obi-Wan was kind of lying there, he was like cutting making sparks. So first of all, I'm glad I saw this because he noticed his blade wasn't cutting the ground. So he was wondering if he could make armor out of it. So that's why. Did you see the trailer for episode 8 or 9 where like Kylo like cuts his lightsaber and the guy goes with him? And I'm like, that's bullcrap. He would cut him in half. So there actually is armor out there that cannot be cut by a saber. So he was thinking of that, and he was kind of like not, fully embracing the dark side because he thought he won. So he was distracted.
Ah.
He's Colonel Ray Schoonover in Daredevil and the Punisher. Who's Schoonover in Daredevil?
I forgot. Yeah.
He's also Taskmaster.
So do you like the Star Wars movies, but you're not into like the extra lore? That's fine, I understand it. I'm not too big into it, but I'm interested. I watched a video of a guy who talked about there was a Sith who did no harm. So he was a businessman, and he was mining an asteroid with his crew and everything, and they felt really weird, and it's because that asteroid was a vortex to the dark side. So he slowly, eventually figured out what the Sith were, and there were no Sith at the time. So he kind of became... Oh no, he found the other Sith, I think. And then that Sith person died, so he was the only Sith in the universe. But he kind of knew his role. He said, I agree with their way of thinking, but I know mine. I'm not a fighter. So what he did is he made a lot of money. He archived everything with holocrons of like, this is how you make a ton of money. This is like, he studied the Force, so he made holocrons on that. But he died an old man in his bed surrounded by family and friends.
Wow.
So it's just kind of weird to being like, dang, this guy was a Sith. But I mean, all those holocrons is probably why Palpatine became so rich and powerful and everything, and all the other Siths before him. So it's kind of cool seeing stuff like that. How
What movie were we talking about? Mr. Krabs was the voice of
Savage, what the movie?
Savage
yeah,
Press.
Savage
Okay.
Press, not a movie. Yeah, the show.
My bad. I'm trying to figure this out. I saw some Star Wars stuff. Like he's in Star Wars Rebels, but I don't think he's in. Yeah.
So how's your school going, Rudy?
It's going pretty good. My latest assignment is I had to remix a song, and then tomorrow I'm actually kind of stressing out a little about it. I have to walk into class, and I have 90 minutes to make a song from scratch.
You told me that, and the guy's like, it sounds scary now because they announced on the first day, right? So the song you had to remix, was it the same song for everyone?
No, you got to choose whatever you wanted to do.
Okay, so do they listen to the original and then your take on it?
Yep.
Okay. How'd you feel like you did?
Pretty good.
There was a YouTube channel where one of the music producers gets a few other music makers, and he gets like some obscure sound, like the sound of a door closing. He's like, all right, turn that into a song.
Andrew Huang.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that video. I love that guy.
That's amazing.
Some of the videos he makes just like motivates me to just make music.
Wait,
like he will literally make a song out of just flicking different water bottles, with different amounts.
Is he
of
the
water.
guy who like? I saw someone who he took objects from the grocery store and made that a song. Is that the same guy?
Probably.
Yeah, like he would.
Asian guy?
He would like yeah.
Yep.
He would like muscle like a bag of chips, and then he
Yep.
would just like pick up celery and drop it back on the other ones.
That guy is cool, dude. He will find creative ways to just like get
Yeah.
his own practice in.
It is
Yeah.
kind of cool. You give him like just something to record sound and like put him in a forest. It's like I can make an entire album with this right here.
Yeah.
Give me this one leaf.
I mean, so I made an entire like song. A lot of them like added that in, but they added others to them. I can't remember the one artist who everything he had was modified versions of the sound of that door closing. What was that guy's name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was spooking out dog. He said the door was open and closing.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's TV.
It's so funny how dogs do that. Every time, because again, in like back in Frasier, his brother comes over a lot and he rings the doorbell. Haley starts barking like crazy. I'm like, it's the TV. Stop, stop, stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was watching like 1 a.m. and that happened, and she went mad. I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. When she barks, because apparently females are more protective. Like you can see the fur on her spine, on her back, like go up.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane.
Haley, bark. Show us your spine.
Show us yours.
She attacks the carrot. She loves that carrot.
Oh yeah. Speaking of carrots, Rudy and I did something today.
Oh my.
That was in her teeth. Toss it. What did we do today, Rudy?
So we finally beat Cuphead in its
Nice.
entirety. And we beat it together. Like, it wasn't just one of us alive. Like, we both did it.
There was
a sense of camaraderie in this.
There was most of the bosses. I would die because platformers aren't my thing. Also, a stupid mistake I had. I kept thinking I was the blue player. So I'd be like, Rudy, why are you running into the wall? Oh, that was me. I forgot.
How many bosses did we actually both make it to the end?
I think counting the devil, maybe 3 and 1 of the coin levels. No, one of the coin levels
was just you.
One of the coin levels was just me.
It was the giant, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, you did.
No.
You did the giant. It was the beach one.
It was.
There was one level.
Yeah.
So there's 5. Is it 5? Oh no, it's each island. So there's 3 levels, Ethan, where you have to get all 5 coins, and we said we're gonna complete them and do all 5 coins. We have to constantly move. And I actually did one by myself, but most of the time it was I would weaken them with Rudy. I would die and he would finish them. But yeah, we did the devil. There was so many times like it could have just been Rudy, and then he would make a mistake, and then it was just me. But we were like, we knew we were getting towards the end because we were making small mistakes, and we were like, we're gonna do this together. But it wasn't on purpose either. It wasn't like, oh, I died, so can you die? It was just like trying to finish it.
It just happened.
Yeah,
and it was so awesome.
And the final one, we both had 2 great dodges at the same time. Like he dodged to the left in a way, because we both dodged. Like he went left, I went right. We came back,
and we were both just like, what just happened?
I have no idea how I just survived. And then when we both did it, we both just cheered. It was so good. It's a really fun game, but I can't imagine perfecting it. I'm glad I did my second account.
The achievements I'm sure just
Well, you have to
absurd.
beat it on the hardest difficulty, and in order to do
not
that,
take any hits,
on the
do it
hardest
within 2
difficulty,
minutes.
they're doing it faster. Yeah, under 2 minutes, can't get hit at all. You have to parry at least 3 times, so you have to, you have to watch their attacks. You can't dodge all of them, and then you have to use your special ability.
6 times.
So it's only, but that means for both of us, right? So only 3 times
It's
then.
way harder if you're actually doing.
Yeah, it actually is, and you don't take you don't deal as much damage because really would notice because it
The
shows
damage scales if it's both of you.
when you die.
Okay.
When you die,
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
When it does. When you die, it shows how far you got, and there's a little flag for each of their phases. So we noticed, like if I died early on, that he got to the second one really fast, or vice versa. But when we were both there, we would shoot them for a little bit longer, and we would only be halfway. So yeah, Rudy kind of figured out near the end. Oh, co-op is fun, but it's actually harder because if you're both not doing it, hitting them. But yeah, at some point I will try a solo run. But platformers are not my thing.
Platformers are. I
Yeah.
have a lot of fun with.
But yeah, you were really good. But I feel like I asked Rudy, I was like, did I get better?
If you watch the first episode, and you watch him, and then you watch our latest episode, you watch him. bro,
Yeah,
it's like
because I was
his
like,
first experience, just like something would be slowing at like the rate of molasses green, and he gets hit by it. He's like, "Oh my god, I just got hit! Oh my god, I just got hit again!" And then you watch like the battle with Satan, everything's just
and then it's
flying
like
at
there's
you.
3 things attacking you, and that's why I'm getting hit because I can't. I dodged 2 of them, but the third one gets me. So I was like, I don't think I got better. It's like, oh yes, you did. We tried doing the first level on expert, so we had to do parry and everything, and Rudy did it solo, which was good. I just kept messing up because I would get hit once at the final boss, or I couldn't parry. And I was like, see, I suck. I was like, wait a minute, I'm trying to get a perfect score on expert though. I could have easily defeated him on expert. He's like, yeah, so you'll be fine on regular. But
Can be done.
yeah, it's actually, I mean, it's a great feeling though. So, and we're gonna do the DLC together. I'm assuming
Yes, whenever that comes out.
whenever it
Have you
releases.
seen the trailer?
No.
Hey, it's cool. They show off 2 bosses. One's like a frozen yeti.
Oh, I did see the trailer, and there's a new woman. You can play the chick.
Chalice.
Yeah, you can play the girl.
Yeah.
There's this girl every single island she gets caught. You have to defend these ghosts from coming at her, and you have to parry them all. And we had some times where like instead of parrying, go back to the floor, parrying back to the floor, we would like parry up to the next one and the next one. Like we each had some moments in it.
Yeah.
That's something that's really fun.
As someone who's you played what's the Far Cry 5 DLC?
Oh, they had
New
3.
Dawn?
They had 3.
New Dawn,
They had
the big one. Did you play that one?
wait. Far Cry 5 New Dawn.
Is it New Dawn?
No, Far Cry 5 had 3 mini DLCs. They had one where like you're an action movie. And they didn't have like a full like and they had a Mars one.
Didn't they have one that was like right after the events of Far Cry 5?
Oh, so it wasn't a DLC, it was a whole new game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
worth playing?
Huh?
Is that worth playing? Because the ending of Far Cry 5 kind of pissed me
Um,
off.
The father is in it.
Yeah, I know that.
I didn't hate it, but compared to Far Cry 5, like when you get a base, one thing I do like is, you know how for most Far Cry games, when you defeat a base and you slowly defeat all the bases, there's less enemies around.
Yeah.
So in Far Cry 5, in Far Cry New Dawn, when you defeat a base, you have 2 options. You can keep it, or you can give it up. The enemies take it. There's more of them. It's harder. But if you retake it again, you get even more supplies. Because your guns, you can constantly upgrade your gun damage by like
Got
1%. But that's fun. But the thing that was really hard to do is when I wanted to drive somewhere.
But is it worth playing?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. It's very pretty.
Okay.
The gunplay is really nice. The bosses are fun. The storyline wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
Did it actually like close out Far Cry 5?
It closed out that whole city. Yeah, like it's a pretty good ending. Like,
Okay.
So
Because the ending of have you played Far Cry 5?
I have never played any. Well, yeah, no, I've never played any of them. The only one I had interest in playing was the
Good one,
See,
really good. I recommend
because of
playing
the
that.
villain.
that's why I like how sometimes when I got into perfecting games, I would look up games that looked easy to perfect. I never would have found because I some people saying, oh yeah, Far Cry 3 is not hard. Just play it and do the collectibles. I never would have found it if it wasn't for like finding other games to perfect. That the Far Cry universe, I've done all the games except 4.
Well, it's not that fun.
That's what I heard. That's why I'm doing and 2.
What didn't like Primal Rage or Primal just like
Far Cry Primal.
They had a lot of promise. I don't know how well it did.
I played it. I perfected it. It was
rushed?
Well, the issue with the map is it was a complete skin over of.
That's what Far Cry 4
of
was.
the fourth one.
Which was a reskin over of the third one.
No. That's not true. The fourth one was original.
Oh.
Oh no, wait, you might be right. Basically, some of the Far Cry games they
just
they
reskin the
would
same map.
reskin the map.
Which is why 4 was fun. It's like, I've been here, I've done this, I don't need to do this again.
You could start to recognize, like in Far Cry Primal, I was like, wait a minute, I recognize this. The only time that made sense was New Dawn. So can I tell you what happened in 5? I got it spoiled for me when I was like 5-8 hours in Far Cry 5. When I was watching, like, and they were like, oh, here's Far Cry New Dawn. I was like, oh, cool, new Far Cry games. Like this one picks up like X amount of years after Far Cry 5, after the new goes off, and they show it, and I went, well, that sucks.
That ending just pissed me off.
Yeah, it literally ends with like
your character dies.
A nuke goes off.
Oh, awesome. Doesn't even live at all?
Well, not the one I chose. There's like 2 options, not the one I chose.
It's 2 options of characters?
Not characters, but letting the guy go.
Or
taking him.
Well, taking him is the actual.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean take? Oh, you mean like in the final cutscene?
The final cutscene where it's like.
Oh, and he says you can walk away and stuff.
Walk away.
Yeah, the real one is that's like for Cuphead. You're collecting contracts, and there's an option when you go to the devil. Like, okay, can I have him? Since that's what we promised to do, you can say yes, and then that's it. That's the game. But then you don't fight the devil. So it's not like that's not a real ending. That is a good ending though when you saw the one for Far Cry 5, because then the radio comes on. Did you see that? So in Far Cry 5, when did you see what happens if you say, "Oh, I'm not going to arrest you"?
No.
You get in your car, and then he's like, "All right, we'll go back in the police department and we'll see what happens." And then the song, "Only You."
Really?
So it's like you were one of his puppets. So yeah, it's actually a bad idea to do that because then basically you activate, and I guess you would kill all of them. But the only game that makes sense to redo the map was New Dawn because you could see what things were after the explosion. Yeah. So
I mean, not me because it's the same area and all that.
But
that
here's
actually makes sense.
the thing that I loved in Far Cry 5, and it was really hard to not have it in New Dawn, was you can unlock an ability. Instead of fast traveling, you can either have 2 options. Fast travel, and you're there, or you can fast travel above it, and you can parachute.
Oh.
That is a great way to travel. It's a beautiful way to travel. Really wish it was in New Dawn. But, I'm excited for whatever the next one is, because Far Cry 5 was so good, and it was so, like...
Yeah, it was until the ending. I was having a lot of fun.
Did you not like the ending at all?
It's just like, what did I do here? Everything I did was for nothing. All those people that I saved.
I think that was...
All those towns I liberated. All those collectibles I did.
My progress.
It's like It's like the beginning of Brotherhood, when the mansion gets destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, I just spent the entire previous game fixing that.
You motherfucker.
I was so pissed off when that happened.
Oh, going back to Assassin's Creed. So apparently there's an Assassin's Creed orchestra.
Oh, are they the ones that performed at E3?
I don't think they performed at E3. They were in Paris.
Probably multiple.
They were like in Paris, and now they're coming to San Francisco.
Ooh.
But I heard Ezio's family as like an orchestra. I'm like, this is beautiful.
Oh, dude,
that'd be nice. I did. So apparently that theme song has been in every Assassin's Creed game after that.
So.
Apparently
Ezio was
I've heard it
brought back the Brotherhood.
In Odyssey, when you pause the game and do your upgrades, it slightly plays, which is not bad. It is true. He was a big assassin.
There's a version of that in Origins.
Yes, it was actually really good. They kind of make it in. They make it in like an Egyptian way.
Yeah.
You really should play Origins, dude.
I need to play it as well.
When people, here's what I was confused when I first saw the game. When I first heard about it, when the developer said he's making the Brotherhood, but it's not about that. It's a personal journey. I'm like, how is it a personal journey if you make the Brotherhood? But it really does make. It's such a good story. Here's the thing, though. I did kind of forget what happened because there's a lot to do in that game. But they made a new game plus, but there's no reason to play it, in my opinion. So there was no reason there's no reason to play New Game Plus in that or Odyssey because I mean if there's no achievement for it, all you get is like some special gear. But then what's the point for a third run? The only games that means anything is like Dark Souls where it gets harder and harder and harder. Yeah. I know it does in New Game Plus for Odyssey and Origins, but I just don't care. That's the one thing I wish. That's lightly, Ethan, lightly. That's the one thing. Don't make the circle jerk awkward. Don't go full at it. But that's the one thing that I wish the first Fable had. Was a new game plus.
Yeah. But even so, first Fable was amazing. It's still one of my favorite games.
Oh, same. It's one of my top 5.
I beat that game when the anniversary came out. I beat it in like 3 days.
Yeah, Ethan's not like. I'm definitely more. I don't care about gamer score, but you know me. I like getting all the achievements. So I'm way more into that than Ethan is. But he perfected that game, I think, one day after me.
Because the only reason I stopped playing is I had to go to work.
Yeah, same. And I was like, oh, you actually got this done really fast. I thought it would take you months. And you were like, I love this game, Aaron.
You know how many playthroughs?
Oh, that's the game.
Because I had Fable Lost Chapters for PC.
Oh, I know.
It's like, do you know how many playthroughs I put through that?
I'll play
7.
on a laptop, yeah.
I played that 7 times.
I've basically done, like, ever since we got it, or borrowed it from Jason on Xbox, I've, up until, like, I didn't do it in 2013, but from whatever the year that was, I would do, like, one run through a year. But the first year we had it, I did, like, 2 or 3, because it was like, okay, I did all good, now I have to be all evil, now I just kind of want to have fun, and do a little bit of everything. Did you play Fable?
I had Xbox.
It's not a known secret, or it's not a hidden secret.
Don't you have an Xbox now?
I do now.
Okay.
Doesn't really.
But it's a pretty. I know you. If you don't have time, you're like. I know
that's fair. If you don't have time for gaming, that's
not a good one.
No.
See, that's the issue with me wanting to play all these games. Like, I want to try Subnautica. I want to try another run of Stardew Valley because I know they have a ton of stuff. I want to do Prey, but it's just I always think about how long it takes, and I'm like, I feel like I should be doing something else.
I really wish Subnautica was multiplayer.
Which one?
Subnautica.
You're on a planet that's basically all water, and you crash on it, and you try to survive by like making equipment, and you apparently make more and more, and then you have to like go deeper. And there's like something about aliens.
I don't know.
I always see but there is an ending. But I mean, basically the multiplayer is like it's like Raft. We played that. Did you watch any of my stuff on when we played Raft?
You showed me footage.
I thought it was really fun, but I wanted to keep playing.
Learning how to paint.
I hate. Oh god, I censored it. We're not gonna talk about it. There's literally a footage of like me messing with something, and I said, Ethan, stop painting. Oh, it's like fine. You get this area to paint. Do whatever you want. I don't give a crap. And then he says, all right, guys, come look at my masterpiece. And I turn around, and right before I see it, my screen goes black, and I go, I can't show that, Ethan. I can't show that.
I'll tell you what it was after the podcast.
Yeah, don't tell him at all.
Oh my god.
But I was like,
Jeez.
Ethan, please get rid of that as soon as possible.
I was like,
and
yeah,
then,
that's fair.
you were just coloring everything. But we wanted to keep playing, but you and Charlie were like, we've done everything. I was like, yeah, we kind of have. It sucks.
That game is in early access.
I know.
I'm sure they'll put in more stuff to do. But for now, it's just not much we can do. That's not the same thing over and over again.
But it was fun catching animals and everything like that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we don't play anymore because something bad happened when I was playing by myself.
What?
I was the shark doesn't just attack the edge, you know, sometimes he'll attack a middle piece. He attacked a middle piece that was right under where both the stoves were, or the pots. So I have the pots. We lost all the recipes. So yeah. I literally put it back up and I was looking around and I was like, well, good thing they decided not to play this anymore. And then that was the last time I played, so I'm like, I really have done everything so far. I'm excited for when they add new DLC though.
Should be good.
I started playing then I started to move, so I just stopped playing. I'm a little late to the party. Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Damn,
I'm a little late on that.
I never finished the second one.
Which one was the second one?
Rise. Shadow's the third one.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Because I played the first one. I don't think I finished the first one either though. Because it was free when I bought my 360. It was like, hey, here you go. I'm like, oh, cool. It was even a point the QR code over to the Kinect and it'll download it for you. I'm like, oh, it's even better. That's neat. They stopped that. I don't know why.
Oh.
I've never played any of them.
But Rise of Tomb Raider was pretty fun.
Do the stories connect? Is it a good story?
They do connect.
Yeah.
However,
Ow, Haley,
You
that
could
hurts.
also just play one and be fine because it kind of give you a glimpse of the story.
with you having a PS4 as well, you need to play the Uncharted games.
I technically don't.
Yeah.
These does.
You know,
Oh,
it's in the
yeah.
household.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know.
isn't Uncharted also on PC?
No.
No, that's
that
Just Cause.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Wait, so how many Uncharted are there? Is there
4.
4 and then there's an extra game?
Yeah. The extra one you don't need. It's fun, but you don't need it. But
I heard good things.
I heard the
about
4th
Uncharted.
one like broke a ton of records. I know there was a controversy with a guy who's trying to be famous, or not famous, but like get attention, and said, "Oh yeah, this was wrong, low score," and everyone's like, "If I had a choice to save you from jumping off a cliff or a copy of the game, I would save the game." It was like it was very harsh. But he made
if
it.
if I had you and Hitler in the same room and I had 2 bullets, I'd shoot you twice.
Yeah.
Wasn't that from The Office?
I
started me watching The
It
Office.
was. Holly would know because she's watching. Yeah, it's.
I will be watching. I mean, trying to finish because I've actually finished
Yeah,
The
it's like if
Office.
I had a gun and Hitler and Toby was in the room, I would shoot Toby twice. That show is so mean.
Michael is so mean.
It's funny, but I think I talk about this all the time. Like one of those funniest lines I ever saw from that show was, it's like, Toby's in HR, so he's not really part of the family, and he's divorced, so he's not even part of his own family. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that is such a harsh thing to say.
So the funny thing is the actor for Toby is one of the writers.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think slowly he wasn't in as many.
I mean, that's why I think why he.
That's a one-time show for me. The next show I am going to watch, like when I finish this season of Frasier, I'm going to start Mad Men. Because Rudy's been wanting me to watch it. It actually does look pretty interesting. It's about it's about marketing in the
the 60s.
Oh yeah. So
Marketing in the 60s.
You know, it's a good movie you guys should watch. I think it's on Netflix still. Watchmen.
I watched it.
That is a movie that's been on my list. Watchmen, 300, and V for Vendetta. I've never seen.
You've
You never
seen
seen V for Vendetta?
Oh, dude, that is a great movie.
Nope.
It's a very interesting movie.
Okay, since it's already this late in the year, you might as well watch it on November 5th.
Hey, that'd be cool.
We actually have done that, I think, for the past 2
Oh, yeah, we
years,
did.
haven't we? We've
Yeah,
watched Ethan
and one year I did the drinking game.
What's the drinking game?
You don't know like any? You mean like, are you asking for that particular movie, or just what is a drinking game in general for movies?
I mean, like for that one in particular.
Let me look
He
it
did-
up.
he
I
only-
didn't do all the rules because like I don't want to die.
He would have died. Yeah, he talks
This
about.
one, whenever there's a rose, that last scene when there's a bunch of roses, like I'm gonna die.
I can count as one,
No.
but it's a really good movie. And the guy who plays Agent Smith from The Matrix, he's behind the mask. It's a really good movie.
Who is it?
Natalie
Oh,
Portman's
that's
in
it?
it too.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Wait, who's behind the mask?
The guy who plays
Agent
Agent
Smith.
Smith.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mr. Anderson.
He's also one of the elves on Lord of the Rings.
I need to.
Really bad.
Dude, yeah, he's epic.
Huh?
Okay. I might as well bring this up now. I've only seen the first Lord of the Rings movie and half of the second one because it was like 2 discs.
The Two Towers.
Yes.
Dude, that's my favorite one.
I don't get it.
What do you mean? You don't get the plot, or you don't get the universe, or?
It's just a bunch of people walking.
Well, do you know why they're walking?
I mean, I feel like, well, it's 3 movies, walking, second movie, walking, third movie,
Shots over.
and then credits.
So, I mean,
There's some film theories of why they didn't take the Eagles to.
Even the trees walked in those movies.
There was
No.
like, why did they take the Eagles to fly over there? There was a whole reason why they chose hobbits. And
No,
not the
there
Eagles and all
there
that.
actually is. Yeah, because at the very end, like, did you watch? At some point, he brings in these eagles, and people say, "Why not do that?" Apparently, they're like one of the most powerful creatures, and the more powerful you are,
The most susceptible you are to
the
the temptation. of the
faster you
ring.
become corrupted by the ring. So they really shouldn't get near it because they'll become corrupt fast. So that's why hobbits need to do it, because they're so innocent. It takes them the longest.
They're like the laws and the fruit on the chain of power. At least in terms of the gods too.
That's why Gandalf.
to them.
That's why Gandalf wouldn't touch it, because I think elves are above.
He's
them.
not elf. He's a wizard.
I mean, a
but-
wizard. I'm sorry. I think that's
He-
why
he's like the third.
That's why wizards. He didn't want to touch it because wizards are high up there. So he was like, "Get that thing away from me."
Yeah.
But I understand why you wouldn't want to. There are some funny, like I know a blooper that, or not a blooper, an Easter egg is. There's a scene where they try to find the hobbits in the second one, I think, and they see footprints of them and footprints of orcs. So they're like, they must have been taken or killed. And the main guy, I think his name is, starts with an A. But he kicks a helmet and he screams, being like angry that they're gone. But apparently that was a genuine scream because when he kicked the helmet, it wasn't a prop. He kicked the actual helmet. He broke his big toe.
Oh, wow.
So that was like
Which movie?
God.
the second one. You know, like yeah. But I mean, did you not watch The Hobbits then?
No.
You don't have to.
The third one was bad. I hated the third one.
The third one had cool action scenes.
Yeah,
There's
but
a scene-
there's
a scene where they replace. You know what? The elf is fighting the big orc on the towers.
Yeah.
And it falls. There's that exact same scene, but instead of swords, they replaced it with lightsabers. Awesome.
someone took a couple like a small gif of two polar bears fighting, and they had lightsabers in their hands. It's like from a distance too. You see that goes.
So do you plan on watching Lord of the Rings? Do you want to watch the trilogy?
Probably not.
That's fine.
Not at this
The
point.
music's amazing.
They did something very
The
smart.
soundtrack is really good.
They did something smart though. Also, the backgrounds they did were not CGI because they just went to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's just beautiful there.
New Zealand's a very pretty place.
But they filmed all 3 movies before they released the third one because they didn't want to get so popular that they actually wanted more money, and they were like, well, that's less budget for like scenes and everything. So they're just like, let's do it all at once. I bet that's the thing to do now. Like Spider-Man, Tom Holland announced that before the first one came out, they already did the second one. What do you think about that?
Wait, what?
There's a thing with Tom Holland when he was doing an interview, and he said, when we were filming the first Spider-Man, not that I've done more than one, and then some girl goes like face palms. So everyone's like, okay, so after Infinity War, there's gonna be a second one because this was before the first one came out.
Oh wow.
So he kind of spoiled that. But think about that. How long ago was the first one? What was that, like 2017?
2 years.
So that means
Or-
probably in 2016.
Yeah, 2 years.
That means they probably casted everyone in 2015, and then in 2016 they filmed
1 and 2.
1 and 2. So imagine people now being like, oh my gosh, this movie's come out, you must be so excited. Did that years ago.
So I say that makes sense because now like Peter's friend, the chunky Asian guy,
Yeah.
like if you see him in interviews now, he's got like a complete shaved head.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird how when you have to like, because I mean, if you think about it, it's like a year. It's probably over a year or close to it of editing, especially. Well, it depends on the movie. Depends on the CGI.
Yeah.
So here is the drinking game of Viva Vendetta.
Oh yeah.
Take a drink every time the V symbol is shown. The 1812 overture is heard or mentioned. Somebody dies.
Jesus.
Yep.
A news broadcast is shown.
Yep.
Oh,
V
God.
quotes something. Roses are shown.
Wait. How often?
Okay,
is
you're
how-
dying. I've at least read a good portion of the comic. I know
Wait,
damn well you're
The
dying.
Chancellor
Okay, two
appears on
things.
screen.
2 things. Wait. There's a comic book? What
Comics first. For all 3 of those.
do you mean all 3?
Vendetta, Watchmen, and 300. They're all comics.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
then the word remember is said.
Oh, jeez.
Remember. That's 2
That's
shots
two right
there.
Boom,
The
boom.
5th of November. There's a last one, but that's I don't know that's a spoiler because I don't
Wait.
know how much you know how it ends.
I don't.
Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil it,
so
but
do
I'll
you-
show it to Aaron.
wait,
and he'll go, yep. And then finish
What
it.
am I reading?
and the last one. Finish a drink when.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So-
Yeah.
And I had an entire bottle of Disaronno.
Jeez.
So it was the last time I had
can't believe you haven't
Disaronno.
seen 300. We'll have to watch V Vendetta and 300. What was the other one you haven't seen?
Watchmen.
I don't really.
I
care.
know how that one ends though. Like I know
I-
who the villain is.
I don't care to watch that one. again.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
HBO show, the trailer looked really cool.
Yeah, it looked interesting. So is the Watchmen basically like?
It's based on a comic. It's a DC comic.
I know it's a DC universe, but I mean, is the Watchmen basically like a Batman but who isn't rich?
No.
He's a detective.
No.
No.
What is it?
Watchmen is like a group of how do I?
Oh, I thought that one dude with the
Hero.
mask was.
That's
was,
Rorschach.
Oh, I thought he was
No.
called the Watchmen. So the
No.
whole
No.
group is called Watchmen.
It's the whole group's called the
Well, there's
Watchmen.
a woman in it, so that's kind
Yeah.
of not PC, is it? I'm just kidding.
You know what-
I'm just
Did
Did you
kidding.
see X-Men Apocalypse? Or sorry, not Apocalypse.
Oh
Dark Phoenix.
no, dude! I haven't seen
I
that.
need to.
I need to stop
What-
being so
what have you
depressed and
guys
get.
been doing?
I need to get out of the house. I need to
Oh
stop
my
just like
God.
going to work and then being sad. Yeah, I
No.
want to see that, even though I heard it didn't get good reviews.
Yo. Yeah, I thought it was Magneto
I-
steals the show as always.
Oh,
mean,
dude,
yeah.
that's the reason I want to go because I was like,
Nightcrawler.
I don't care what's happening with Dark. I don't care what's happening with Jane or whatever. Don't care about that stuff. I was like, Magneto's in it. I'm seeing this.
Nightcrawler
Michael
was,
Fassbender's
like,
in it.
second best character in that whole movie.
Really?
Like Jean, she was awesome. She was powerful. But like Magneto and Nightcrawler.
Is Wolverine in that movie?
No.
Because I thought Wolverine and like Jane, like that whole. Oh, I guess it's.
That was
got-
Last
they
Stand,
got
and that
rid of-
movie no longer
They got
exists.
that.
It's just on the canon.
They
of
got
Star
rid
Wars.
of that because remember when the last time that happened was in the previous movie was they found him when he was locked up.
Yeah.
And then she
The whole timeline changed.
she
because,
healed him and then he ran away.
Yeah, I remember
Plus,
that.
even if that did happen, he wouldn't have come back until she was an adult.
Yeah, I remember now.
But yeah,
Man, the whole timeline stuff is screwy. Deadpool was right.
especially with Deadpool 2. Yeah, dude, there's so many movies I have to see. I have to see that. I totally forgot about that. I hate how the X-Men movies don't get good credit. Well, they don't get. And I actually looked up the ratings. It's like every other one does good, especially with like First Class was good. People didn't care for the second one, which was Days of Future Past.
I like
No, that was the.
I like Days of Future
That's
Past.
my favorite one out of the new one.
Yeah, same. Out of all the young people, like you have Michael Fassbender as Magneto, which was awesome. You have Wolverine. I like it was a great story.
And you had Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart and James McAvoy. Like, you had young.
Oh yeah, I just
and
mean
old.
like I mean anything with like Wolverine, like 'cause I really like.
Right.
That's why I thought, how good are the ratings for Logan?
Probably the best one.
I should look.
which
That
one-
was a great movie. Did you
Dude.
see Deadpool 2?
I
So
saw.
in the very beginning.
Oh yeah, the claw.
That was beautiful.
Deadpool 2 was so funny where it's like this necklace will take away his powers. That would have been nice in the first act. But yeah, I just heard like people did not like Apocalypse. That got low ratings.
That one did pretty bad with critics.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. I do kind of agree.
It
That
was
it
kind of weird
could've-
how Magneto kind of quickly.
Apocalypse is X-Men Thanos.
You got
You
8.1.
could have done an entire trilogy with him if you wanted to. But I understand, like, he just kind of wanted to bring him in one movie. I don't think was enough to do him justice, but I was like, you know what? It's
So
all
what
right.
do you? So what is his main thing? Is it literally like he wants to? Does he
Anything.
want to kill all the mutants or
Oh,
like in the cartoons? What does he do?
He was more of just like, but he himself was like,
This is wrong.
no. He wanted to become almost like God. He wanted to start almost similar
Isn't
to
he
like a Thanos thing.
Already God.
But like he's considered an Omega level mutant.
Yeah, and that's the highest one, right?
Right. and
So
they're
what
very
is it? Is it 0 through 5 and then alpha, beta, beta, alpha?
I don't know what the scale is, but he is one of them. Magneto is another. Phoenix is one.
Yep. And then what about Cyclops?
No.
What is he? Isn't he an alpha though or something? Or he's above a 5?
Sure. I don't know about that.
What about the Juggernaut?
Nope.
I remember you told me. Oh no, not Do you remember Anthony from work a long time ago? Probably not. I went
What
out.
department?
He was in produce.
Oh yes.
So he talked to me, and I told him I was talking about like how Wolverine's my favorite. He's like, "What is he on the scale?" It's like he's a 3. I was like, "What?" He's like, "Well, think about it. Other than him healing, that's it."
It really is.
It's like I was like, "That's kind of true." It's like, think about it. If you had 100 people and said, "Kill all these people," Wolverine, he had to go up to every single one. Whereas Magneto's like, you just take a bunch of metal, throw it at them. Phoenix will just make them disappear instantly. So he's like, think about in terms of like how fast can they kill people or how efficient. I was like, that's kind of true. Other than him healing, that's it. Which there's nothing wrong with being a level 3, but it's like a level 3 is nothing. And I know Caliban's a 1. What's your ability? I can see where other mutants are. I can tell when they're close. What else? That's it.
Give me a gun, please.
Can you tell what they do? No, I just know they have mutated powers. Like, well, you're very useful. And then there's Zero. Zero's like, I can change the color of my
Cerebro
hair.
had more powers than that guy.
I can make my nails grow really fast.
Meg.
Oh, yeah. It's like, take that. Ow! Did I cut you? No, I just.
No, it did, but it
stings.
Ow, though. But yeah. Movie's good. I like it a lot. And actually, I really want to
So you-
rewatch some of them, like First Class.
So
I
you've
haven't seen in a
been
while.
seeing a lot of the movies then recently, huh?
The last one I saw was Lion King, actually.
I did see that.
Frick!
It's alright.
I forgot about. Well,
So the reason, and I have a very biased opinion about
Spoil
all Disney
it.
movies.
Does
Not gonna lie, it hurts a little more this time than it did in the animated one.
Really?
I think. But the common complaint about this movie is that the CGI is too good. Like, you
What does
don't
that mean?
You don't see any expressions in their faces. They just look like animals the whole time. There's no smiling. There's like nothing.
Okay.
And Lion King is, for one, it's Hamlet. 2, there's a lot of
Wait, what do you mean it's Hamlet? Do you mean
the
like?
story is Shakespeare's Hamlet. Like
Yeah.
story for story, scene for scene, it's Hamlet. That's what it is.
Yeah.
If you've seen Lion King, you know what Hamlet is.
I'm trying to remember 6th grade. It's kind of. Oh my god! It's like when someone told me Avatar is literally Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same
When
thing.
Akil told me he's like Avatar's not that great of a plot though. It's Pocahontas. I was like, no, it's. Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It was just really pretty.
It was a lot prettier than Colonial America.
But I thought, it's alright. It's entertaining. It's definitely nostalgic. A lot of the scenes are literally shot for shot the same scene.
That's what I wanted though. Like when they did Death Note live action on Netflix, and it's like it's an hour and a half long. I'm like, you already messed up. But other than
it
that,
was good.
Was that
I
it?
think
Was
the
that
voice acting, James Earl Jones coming back to
Yeah.
Mufasa, that was cool.
That's good. That's good.
John Oliver plays the bird.
Yep.
That was
not-
pretty.
that's
That was
not-
pretty hysterical.
That sounds
I like
good.
that a lot.
I want to see that.
Donald Glover as somebody did a good job. There was some new song in the movie with Beyonce. It was
They apparently they did the same thing with Beauty, with They did the same thing. She just heard the thunder. Haley just got up.
No, I think it was the.
He opened the door for her. So they did the same thing with Beauty and the Beast. You know how they added a couple songs?
Yeah.
So apparently those were songs that
With the original.
they were in the original and they decided just to cut them. Which is unfortunate because you know the song.
not doing VHS. There's only so much.
You
can
know
put on
the
VHS.
song that the Beast sings when Belle's leaving?
Yes.
That song was amazing.
Yeah.
Like why was that not in the first movie?
You notice how in the DVD release,
Yeah.
or the animated one, it had more songs
I didn't.
because you could put more on a disc and you couldn't have VHS. They were limited by VHS technology.
Oh.
So here's like a big reason why I was kind of biased towards like a movie just being like okay. I don't like Disney movies to begin with. I don't.
Just because of the corporation, because
the
of how
singing
like
drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I've never really enjoyed almost any Disney song in any movie. Still to this day, never seen Aladdin. I've never seen Little Mermaid.
The animated one or both?
Either.
Okay. I want to see the real one.
You're
But
fine. You're
So
fine.
why
We
did-
thought you wanted to go upstairs.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
like,
I'm
I
trying to
didn't
think-
watch any of them.
I'm trying to think of a really good song. What's a good song that you really like? You think?
Jungle
In
Book
what?
would have been the only good one where I actually enjoyed the songs. Bare Necessities, it's a banger.
They made that one 3 different times. There's 3 different live actions of it.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah,
Oh,
the latest-
There's
the-
isn't
the-
there one in the 90s?
I think so.
The latest one that
Mowgli?
came out, yeah, with Mowgli, that one was actually really well
That's the
done.
Netflix one, right?
Yes.
You said it was pretty.
Well, there's
up,
there's
right?
2 Netflix ones.
What?
There's 2 live actions that are on Netflix. Oh no. That was just
Mowgli
one.
and
That
Jungle
was
Book.
just one. That, yeah, Jungle Book they put it
One
on
was
Netflix.
actually the Netflix
Mowgli
movie.
was just Netflix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and that one, yeah, there was some pretty interesting things they added. Yeah, it was very.
I need to see that.
It was
apparently.
very good. Like literally, I watched it, and then like 2 weeks later, Lisa's like, "I'm gonna watch it with Skyler." I was like, "I'm watching this again." It
I
was
don't-
good. The voice acting was good.
I think out of all the recent remakes, the only one I enjoyed. Well, I saw Lion King. It's all right. Beauty and the Beast was okay. Again, I hate to
I'm
see
a
it.
watch- Watson,
We
so
took our
hard.
mom to see that because we didn't tell her. We said we're gonna take you to a movie, and then when she saw us buying the ticket, she's like, because that's her favorite movie. That's like
Really?
one of her favorite movies of all time. We took her for her birthday, and then we got her a bunch of tea that was based. That was like based.
They
on
had
movies.
they were advertising it, so it was like Emma Watson on a thing of tea and
that's
the
cool.
yellow suit, and then Beast on another
But
one.
yeah, that was a good movie. I like that.
Christopher Robin was my favorite one.
The only thing I know from that
Wait,
movie.
Christopher Robin.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I haven't seen
It
that.
has.
Is that actually-
that was on Netflix?
It
Is
has
that one actually
Ian
good?
I like
McGregor.
that one a lot.
I
It was just hard.
I know
Has
Ian McGregor's
on
in it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and the meme that was posting all over the internet because Pooh was on like the cannon or something. It's like it's over, Christopher. I had the high ground.
It's open, Christopher.
I should watch that. I literally
I'm gonna find that
There's
meme
a,
and show
see,
you.
here's another, I have my own list of movies I need to see. I need to see the Austin Powers trilogy.
I haven't seen those in
I've
years.
seen scenes. I know about the
I don't
ending.
know if those movies hold up anymore.
I know the ending of like one of them. Oh my gosh, this is what Haley does. So if you look, we open the door, she goes outside, and then she's like, "I want to come back in," and then we let her back in. And she's like, "I want to go outside." Like,
What do you want from me, woman?
I do something to piss my mom off, and Ethan does it too when he used to live here. Like he'll say something sexist on purpose. But I told Haley this. I said, "Haley, you're like a typical woman. You don't know what you want, so you need a man to tell you what to do." And then I just look at my mom. She's just pissed. There was one time I made I made a video on my phone where I said, "I'm gonna show you how to make salmon. All you need is salmon," and I show it to my mother and a woman. And I throw it out on her lap, and I'm just like, "Don't yell! Don't hit me! Don't hit me!"
I responded in kind. Like this is how you this is how you poke a woman. You get some pork chops, And I point at Lori, and a woman. She's like, I'm gonna murder you. Look, I think it's on my old phone. Fuck, where is this? I know it is on here. I don't remember how far back it goes.
Yeah, but I want to see the. Oh, what's the mafia movie? The Godfather. I want to see the Godfather trilogy.
Oh, so I finally. You don't watch the third one. I'll do that right now.
Why is it bad?
Yes.
Is it like universally?
You only watch the first.
Is it universally like
You
no
only
one
watch
likes
the-
Is
it?
that the
You
one where it
only
cuts
watch
off
the
at the
first
end, the mid-sentence, and everyone got pissed off at that?
That's Sopranos.
Oh, never mind.
What's the? I haven't seen
I'm
that.
an idiot.
I need to
Sopranos
see.
was a very highly critically acclaimed HBO show.
I'll watch
Oh,
that.
that was
What
HBO?
What was the movie where it's like? Oh, I want to see Scarface too.
Never seen Scar, but I did see the first Godfather, and yeah, really
it's,
good.
It's bloody though. Is that the one? Which is the one with the horse?
God.
That's the infamous.
No.
That's the infamous. Isn't that Godfather? Or is that Scarface?
That was Godfather.
Okay, was
That
it
was
the first
Godfather.
one or the second one?
First one. I haven't
Okay.
seen the second one yet, but everyone will tell you the same thing. Don't watch the third one.
Oh wow. So I guess it didn't end well, huh? It's like most trilogies.
Third one's always first.
Yeah.
I still need to watch the second one.
That
but
sucks.
The first one is really, really good.
Yeah, I just want you to watch it. I heard an Easter egg about the horse head. The
It was a real horse head.
Yeah, the actor was not acting.
Yeah.
They did not tell him
He
it
was
was gonna
actually
be. So he
horrified.
was just like, "What the?" Because you can
And
tell.
he was horrified.
You can
I
tell-
don't know if you've seen that scene.
You can. I saw that scene, and then I was scrolling through like the comments and everything, and someone like showed an article, and it's like, yeah, you can tell if it's like fake prosthetics, it's all gooey and everything, and like a fake head, but he like somehow knew when he like undid the blanket, like, oh, this is real.
What movie?
And you know in the Godfather, you know the famous scene when like the guy wakes up. And
horse head?
his favorite, yeah. The
Yeah.
director did not tell the actor or anyone almost that it was a real horse head.
Whoa.
It was a real horse head. It wasn't fake.
Holy shit.
So that actor, not acting in that scene,
Yeah, he was.
he's literally like, what the?
Petrified, dude.
Why on earth?
That
did
is one of
they-
the few reasons I understand when Peter's like, this is not right. It's like, that I agree. Like, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah. But really good movie.
Ugh.
Robin. And I hear it in Winnie the Pooh's voice.
Let me
too.
see it. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Oh my
Let me see. I want to see the scene. It's over, Christopher Robin. I have the high ground. That's amazing. So yeah, I should watch that one. It's so Holly told us the reason they're making all these live action is they have a contract with all these movies that every 10 years they have to re-release it.
That sounds about right.
So that's why like a while back ago they were doing them like,
It comes out of the vault. We're releasing it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they show like, and then it's like, oh, now it's gonna come out on Blu-ray. So that's why
Like,
now.
some of them are new though. Like the one I kind of want to watch now because I saw the trailer for the sequel is Maleficent 2.
I don't even know what that is. The first
I
one
heard
is.
good thing about the first one.
What's
I haven't seen
Maleficent?
Maleficent, it's Cinderella, right?
it. Not Cinderella.
No.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. The,
Is
the
that like?
witch
Is that?
with the fucking black things out of her?
No idea. I'll have to watch it.
She's one of the bad ladies in Kingdom Hearts.
Is it?
Yeah, okay, so that is honestly
is
half
she-
the reason I know so much about Disney. Is just been playing.
Is
these
she
games.
the
Yeah.
main?
I need to finish 3.
Is she
I
the?
need to
Is she the
finish 3.
hero that like her hair is extremely long?
No, that's
Oh,
Rapunzel.
that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, so what is that? Is that literally Sleeping Beauty but live action?
Well, the main focus is on Maleficent.
Who's Maleficent? The witch?
Yes.
Her?
Yes.
So is she like the good guy? Or
I
the
don't,
good
I don't know.
person?
But I saw the trailer for the second one. I'm like, this actually looks badass. So I might watch that one.
Is it gonna show like magic and everything? Because she was a witch, right? Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
looks cool. You might even see her turn into a dragon. Who knows?
Oh, that would be awesome. Okay,
Really
I'll check it
cool.
out. See, I just have to make. I always say like a world and I forget. I need to make a list of like, here's all the movies I need to see, either current. I can't think of anything coming out recently. I mean, that's coming out soon. I know I need to see John Wick 3, Spider-Man.
I'll be down to watch Toy Story 4 again.
I
almost cried. There was a tear. I was like, nope, you're staying right there.
Is it kind
You're
of
not
bad? I
moving.
want to see the new Star Wars just so that way in like I think it's February or March when the Lego game comes out, I know what's happening. Did you see about that? They're releasing like the first 6.
I
and
am
then
actually pretty excited about that.
the game.
Lego
or the
Star
the
Wars
game
is
or
the best.
movie?
Lego
Yeah,
Star-
when I
those
saw
games are
that,
so much fun.
I'm excited for because of the first 3 episodes. They were my favorite because when you were like Jedi and had the Force and everything, because like you had so many options, and the other ones it was just like Luke or Vader or Yoda and Obi-Wan. That's it.
Those were fun.
I mean,
The
the
fact that you
prequels
can
are
have
the greatest.
online co-op. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I'll pick it up.
Are you guys excited for the next Star Wars movie?
I
don't hate-
I don't know.
Here's the issue with Rey. It doesn't make sense. Like, what was the whole point of Anakin being the one if she's like the reincarnation of the Force? And for Kylo, I'm so tired of him being a wimp. You
I
know?
don't know.
They both
Maybe
just-
it would all come together in this
kill-
movie.
He kills a
Probably
bunch
not.
of people really cool. It's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. What should I do? It's like,
I
he's
feel
literally
like half-
someone, like...
Most of
Finn
The
is
Last
cool.
Jedi would have been not a thing if that one lady just told people what the plan was going to be.
Yeah, I also didn't really care for the whole chase scene. I also didn't really care for the whole, like, game... I just didn't really... It's just... Like, I think they could have done it better. Like, you know when they were, like, trying to find the main hacker, and they find someone else...
That whole Finn story was just boring and not
Hit
needed.
the love story and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah, when she...
was
when,
not needed.
When she was, like, ready to sacrifice herself, I was like, good. I honestly don't care. And then he sacrificed to, like he hit her. I was like, no!
The only
Don't
good-
save her! Let her do this!
She deserves this.
The only good part about that story was Benicio del Toro, and that's it. That was it. The hacker.
Okay, yeah. I looked at Rudy because I'm like, I don't know names. Yeah, the hack with the lisp and everything. I did like how because it was with the lisp, right? Well, he's like that.
Yeah.
I did like how he showed like, oh, you think they're rich and everything? Like, look, yeah, they're supporting the enemy, but look, oh, they're supporting you too. They're supporting both sides because they profit on both. It was kind of funny it was kind of cool on that. But I think Finn is cool, and I like the pilot, dude.
Oh, Oscar Isaacs.
Yeah, I just don't really care for.
Those bombers were a terrible design.
I just don't care for. The one that where they all fall.
That was just shitty.
Yeah. Did you hear that actress that played that girl though? That like the whole Finn love story. She deleted her social media. People hate her character. See, I hate her. I didn't care for her character. I don't hate the actress.
It's not her fault
It's
that
not
Disney
her
wrote
fault
a
that
bad
they
story.
wrote it. Yeah, they wrote the story. She was just doing it. There's not much she could have done. But people were harassing her so much that
People suck.
yeah, it's like you guys realize.
Wasn't there a story? Oh, which Modern Warfare was it? Or which Call of Duty was it? I think it was Modern Warfare 3 or like Black Ops, where one of the developers was changing the reload speed of the sniper rifle for like 0.02 seconds to make it more balanced because the sniper rifles are kind of overpowered. So if it takes on to reload,
He got
it
death
balances
threats.
down. And he got a lot of death threats.
Are you kidding
He got
me?
death threats. I think didn't he get what's it called when you find someone's address online?
He was
Doxed?
no ghost, not swatted. Was he
No,
swatted?
no, it's not swatted. It's something where there's something you can do when you find out where someone lives. But the developers and the main guy who wrote the article of like the update says we're changing the reload speed of the sniper by not even a second, but
It's
like
like
almost
point-
half a second. It makes it more balanced, so you can't just like fire reload. And yeah, he literally got death threats from people. I'm like, that's sad. It's a game.
Unbelievable, dude. Are you kidding me?
I've slowly learned
If
like
you're a gamer, what you want is balance. You don't want something to be way overpowered. You want everything to be balanced, everything working away, because it's based more on skill. Nope.
it kind of depends, because if you like there was, during a time in Destiny 1, there was a gun that was so overpowered. I forgot what it's called. It's like some cowboy gun. It was some exotic, but everyone was using it in multiplayer. But I didn't mind at that point because I'm like, well, it's basically Halo now. Everyone has the same loadout because I know everyone's gonna have that pistol. But yeah, if it's something like Call of Duty where it's just one gun that's extremely overpowered, you want to try to fix it. I mean, they did eventually with that gun in Destiny as well, but it's just sad when people take games that serious. I like my stats and everything, but at the same time, it's like whether you have good stats or no stats or average stats, no one cares. So it's like,
It's just a game. Especially Call of Duty at that point. It's going to be a new one in a year anyway. Who cares?
so you're the biggest like Call of Duty person here, Rudy. Like you play more consistently. Do you think they should release it every single year?
So,
Because that's one thing I feel bad about. I like how with Halo, it's like they have some life. Like they said, it gets at least 2-3 years. With Call of Duty, it's like
so here's the thing. Yeah, it is a yearly release, and you have 3 different developing teams working on each game for the extent of 3 years because of now the
Right.
power cycle. I'm really worried about the next, not Modern Warfare, but what happens after. You guys heard about this? That Sledgehammer, who's next in line,
they don't do
release their-
well, right? They usually don't do well with Call of Duty.
They
Right?
did World War II, and they did
What a war?
Advanced Warfare. No, that was Treyarch.
Okay.
So just those two is all they've done, and they kind of
Yeah, because they're kind of they're relatively new
Right.
with Activision.
So they're next in line to do their next COD game after Modern Warfare, so next year. Not anymore. It's now Treyarch who's next in line because apparently there were people working at Sledgehammer and people working at Raven. They're kind of go hand in hand together as Sledgehammer. I guess there were a bunch of creative differences that they couldn't settle upon, and they kept arguing. Activision straight up said, all right, well, because neither of you guys can come together and agree on any of this, you guys are being put on hold. Treyarch is coming up next. And that screams bad news for both sides. For Sledgehammer's case...
Sledgehammer, now they're pissed off, so they might not do as well as the job, but now the other
Treyarch's
one...
now like, shit, we just lost a year.
We lost a year worth of development. Dang.
Yeah. So... That's kind of
So
this might be a rush game. Who knows?
They probably just shot themselves twice in the foot. Then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Where'd you hear that
maybe,
from?
AGN or GameSpot.
Maybe some people, maybe Treyarch will like take some developers from Sledgehammer for the time being until they can figure out creative-wise to help them with development.
It must be hard to come together to make a game.
I'm wondering, like, what kind of creative difference? Like, I'm sure, like, one team was just like, let's. I'm talking out of my ass. Maybe one would be like, let's keep going in the future. And the other one's like, no, that's dumb. That's why we keep being hate on. Let's go back to the present. I don't know what. It's enough to where they were put on hold. And that's kind of a big deal.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also probably.
Creative differences usually means they couldn't think of a good story.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I wonder if they didn't know what to do.
Most people was just like, let's get Kevin Spacey back. He did great.
Was he in one of them?
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. Did he do good in that?
He was pretty good. That story was actually pretty good.
Kevin Spacey is like a good actor. I think he's good in most, if not all, of his roles. He was a Hopper from Bug's Life. He was a villain in Bug's Life. The Grasshopper.
I knew that, yeah.
I didn't know that until like the whole thing Kevin Spacey happened. I'm like, oh, I hear it now, and that's amazing. We're recording, bud. Keep your voice down, alright?
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
But
what's wrong? You want to say hi? Don't yell, because it will be very, very bad. You want to say hi?
Hi.
What did you do today, Skyler?
I ate a toilet.
We're
then,
putting you
The
down.
life of a 5-year-old.
and yesterday, I hit Remy on the stomach.
Oh! Don't talk about violence. Talk about good stuff. What are some good things you did? You got new shoes?
So I got new shoes, and Daddy helped me give Papa money. Then Papa can buy my shoes.
Nice.
Then,
What color are they?
and they're black, and I got hot dog.
Ooh.
And now, if I have a whole entire hot dogs in the trash can, and you take it out, then you throw hot dogs, a hot dog will get in your eye.
Yeah, that will happen.
I remember being this creepy.
The end. And the swordfish. Here comes the swordfish. Here comes the swordfish. Wait, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Here's a story. Once upon a time, it was swordfishes in a pool, and then they was really deep underground. Then me and Jonah and Mommy and everybody else, then everybody went to the pool and got sucked by our blood. Then Jonah and me didn't get sucked by our blood. And then swordfishes have a lot of energy.
Yeah, they do.
They have powers to pull you back to suck your blood.
No.
How they suck your blood is
How do they suck your blood?
so if they pull you up into the pool, in a little pool, then if you go under the throat, then when they want to eat, that's how they suck blood, with their pointy mouth.
You think that's why they're called swordfish? Because their nose is so long it looks like a sword?
Yeah, it's a sword.
That's pretty cool.
Then what do we do?
Oh, don't tap.
Alright, Will, tap it, Mike. Tap, tap, tap.
Thank you for the story, Skyler. I like how he put his hands. He crossed his hands like this is a very serious story. That's so
You do not
adorable.
mess around with swordfish.
Oh man, there's something that he said about swordfish a while ago.
I heard what happened at the Logan's birthday party. Or what he said.
Oh yeah, don't talk about that. Yeah, that was not fun.
He said a bad word.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Out of
And for once-
out of nowhere
Cause-
too.
What was it?
But we were randomly. I was hanging out with like Holly's sister invited because her son Logan was turning one. So she said, "Hey, Aaron, I know you watch him on Saturdays. Do you want to come along?" And all the kids were coming back in, and I was watching Skyler, and all of a sudden he was walking, just went, "Oh!" And I was like, very loudly. So I was like, I calmly took him, and I said, "But you never say that." I was like, "I'm going to tell your mom, but where did you hear language like that?" He's like, "Mom and Grandma." And in my head, I was like, "But not Uncle, because Uncle doesn't swear."
Also, for once, I'm not. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, because Ethan
I
accidentally.
washed my mouth around that guy.
You accidentally swear in front of him a lot, especially when he was like,
Okay.
There was one-
I said the F word once, and he was like 1.5, and Elise got super mad at me. I'm like, sorry, just.
"Oh, but
slipped."
now, oh yeah, you should have been here yesterday. She
And
broke
then,
that rule. She
and
broke
then
that rule."
Elise is, and then it's like, and then she's cussing in front of him. Now he's hitting him, but it wasn't me. It was not me. I was fine.
I was fine.
So if you talked into that, what happened?
It records the audio.
It records our voices.
Yeah, it records our voices.
Then you can hear it.
Yeah, later on we can hear it and see what it sounds like.
Please, right now.
Well, we can't
Well,
hear it now
we're
because
recording right now.
Yeah,
We
we're
can't
still in the
stop it.
process of it. But when we're done, I can show you when I'm editing it. Okay?
So that eight-
I'll show
it's
you
past-
I'll show you
It's
your part.
past it's 8:30, so I can.
Yeah. He literally came at her for hugged me, and then just left.
I got the one
Oh.
I wanted.
Do you Oh, there we go. Now he's back for
Thanks.
Ethan.
Is that bubblegum?
Nope, they're mints, and it's all empty, unfortunately.
Is it spicy?
No, it's strong though. Peppermint
Mmm.
makes my breath smell good.
Okay, hugs and
Hug. Oh, you
Can
should go to
I
bed.
see in there?
There's nothing in there. It's empty.
okay, you said there's a.
What about you put your
You're
phone
going to
in?
water world
What
tomorrow, so
about
you're
you
getting
put?
Ethan,
Go to bed, bud.
do you work on Saturday?
Yes, I open. I open the rest of the week.
I really want to take
And I now have a 35-minute drive to get to work instead of a 10.
Oh.
Before it was like, all right, I have to work at 6. I set it on for 5, 5:30, 5:35.
Now it's 4:30, 4:45.
Oh,
5.
5. If I were to get on time, I have to leave by 5:20. Give myself a 5-minute window.
See, that's what I hate. I had to I just leave if I work at like I set an alarm for 40 minutes before, and I have 10 minutes to get ready and then leave. And by the time by the time I'm in my car and going, I have half an hour before work starts. When I get there, I have about, depending on traffic, 10 minutes. There was one time it snowed, and I was like, so what do you do both of you when it snows? How much extra time do you give you?
An hour.
You know,
Depending how
I
bad it
kinda
snows an hour.
Don't. And it only
I've
bites
done-
me in the.
When I worked at my last job, yeah, near the end, I was like, it snowed. I should leave earlier.
Well, like
I'm not.
Depend. How much snow?
Enough that they pushed it throughout
Is
the
the
night,
road-
but the road still
Is the
the
road,
road
in
still
your
had
neighborhood covered still?
yes, and then like it's like compact snow on the ground. Like they tried getting it, but there's just too much.
So I'm terrible at leaving on time to go to work on time. I don't know, being at least like 3 minutes late every time.
That's fine. I think most places you have a 5-minute window.
Right. Well, it's usually yeah.
I guess not because you're a waiter, but like most places you
Well,
have.
like
5
I know,
minutes.
like if it's still like that same conditions by the time I leave work, my 15-minute commute turns into a 30.
Yeah,
Like I'm not taking any risks.
I
driving.
doubled my time, which sucks.
Yeah.
Like it sucks when it's like I'm leaving an hour before I have to be here. I'm gonna be there 5 minutes early.
Ugh.
That's the one thing I'm scared about with self-driving cars. If it's raining or snowing, like I don't want that.
Luckily, it'll save me a little bit of time when I move out. We have a parking garage.
Oh yeah, see that's
Oh yeah,
nice.
because you have to go around the entire thing because of that roadblock they put. Is that still there?
It's permanently sealed off now. The roadblocks are gone. It's just permanently off.
That's so stupid that they
So
did
only
that.
people that are like on bikes and stuff can.
When
been almost a year since it's happened.
when Rudy told me this, I was like, hey, so they did construction or something. He told me was happening. The next like 4 times I went there, I forgot every time.
Yep.
It's annoying. I hate it so much. I hate the two.
Didn't
houses
everyone complain to the man? It's like, this is a dumb idea, don't do this?
Yeah,
They tried it
and-
once
and-
before on the other end.
Was
and
there
it worked
one
out.
incident?
Yeah, and the mayor told us to pretty much go F ourselves.
Was there one incident that happened, like some kid, like someone turned too sharply and some kid was playing there?
No sort of incident whatsoever.
So the people just didn't want to have cars going through that.
2 different households were pretty much just complaining that they're.
Was it the very two on the end of the street?
No, believe it or not, no. No, it wasn't. One of the houses was like right, like if you're on Boyero and you're like staring down the road.
Yeah.
There's a house right there.
Yeah.
That's one of them. And there is like another household, like 3 houses up from them. Those are the only 2 houses.
Should egg the house.
We really wanted to, and then they tried to frame the entire neighborhood as harassers. We didn't. And the mayor completely took their side. I swear to God, there was money involved.
It has to
Somebody
be.
knew somebody because it was utter.
They did it kind of fast too.
Yeah, and
They-
there was
they
like
had,
there was
like-
like a sign right by the entrance to drive onto Wildona from 88th, and it said this road will be closed in like 3 days. We got a 3-day window.
Yeah.
And they sealed it off.
Because when you talked about it, you said it was like they barely had a barrier up, and I was like, oh, this is just temporary. It's like no, they're gonna block it off, and then not much time later, like what? Like
I think-
you
I
said,
think
yeah,
I think it was like beginning of the summer. It was finally done.
yeah. So it was fast. It's just kind of insane.
People went into those houses because it was really quick access to the hospital.
Now it's
Now
an
it's-
extra, now it's
Well,
literally an extra
that
mile
was
of
that was an
drive.
issue
Mhm.
people in his cul-de-sac said is
Yeah.
now all of a sudden if there's an issue here, fire or medical emergency, all of a sudden that's an extra, what would you say, maybe
5
5,
minutes
10
or-
minutes, or more than
Extra-
5, less
extra
than 10.
3 minutes.
Okay,
But it's
Extra-
still it's
That's
that's
3
what-
minutes. Just
What's dumb is like they have it sealed off so that cars can't get through, but anyone on bikes or walking can get through. But they have a sign that literally says emergency access. What kind of emergency is going to get through? They're going to need an ambulance, a fire truck, or anything. What are they just going to have to run on foot from that point on? It's ridiculous. They shouldn't even be titled such. And drives me nuts. We tried to fight it, and we couldn't do anything at all.
I would shoot the mayor.
it took them.
He's putting lives at risk.
I mean,
I mean, no one has the money to do
none
that,
of us
but
voted for that guy, but of course he won.
it's
should egg his house.
Is that how you
It's
saw?
probably the gated community.
Is that how you solve all your issues, Ethan? Like I told Ethan I didn't really care for his dinner that he made the other night, and the next day my whole house
made
was
me
eggs.
breakfast.
Yeah. He made me
Holly
breakfast.
kept telling me 3 different ways to cook a steak and couldn't consider some one. Suddenly her eggs his house.
That was pretty. Yeah, one time we were cooking food, and Holly and I wanted it done different ways, and we liked our ways, and we thought Ethan was wrong, so we kept like. It was. Do you remember that episode of Frasier when like Frasier comes in and tells the chef how to cook something, and then Niles comes in and says do it his way? Basically, what Holly and I did. Ethan lost it. He was not happy.
He was like,
I was
what
like,
do
no.
want?
I was like,
This-
don't
this
cook it
pot
her
here
way.
is boiling water. But apparently, I'm not using that anymore, so that has to be get rid of. It was so frustrating, you guys.
It was really
Just let
funny.
me cook.
He was seriously pissed off though. It wasn't like ha funny. He was like, you piss off, get out. I'm getting upset.
I'm cooking this.
Yeah, it was all right. We both said it'll be better next time because we'll do it our way.
I had a friend who tried to cook pancakes and failed pretty miserably. And
How do you feel at cooking pancakes?
That's what we all said. It did
So
not
were they
help
too
him.
creamy or too crispy?
He was like, it's like burning on the outside, but it's still raw on the inside. I'm like, okay. Probably have it on too high. Tone down the heat a little.
And then he
And
turned it
he-
off and said it's not cooking.
Dude just straight up, he got so frustrated. He literally just like he had his spatula and he just like threw it at the stove and he like ran off. I'm like, bro,
Everyone
we're
should
like
know
adults here.
the first pancake will never be good.
No, it's a test pancake. You're testing out
It
the
is.
heat.
It is. That's literally what it is.
Usually, chefs go, "I'll sacrifice myself to eat the first pancake because it's always the
Well, he
worst."
sacrificed the whole batch.
He sacrificed
The whole thing was a lie.
He sacrificed breakfast that day. That's funny.
We ended up going to
I then
McDonald's.
proceeded to open a box of cereal. Had my Fruity Loops.
So a couple of days ago, I'm like, oh, I'm almost out of gas. I need to get more gas in my tank. So I have a 16-gallon tank, 16-gallon tank. My bad. You know how many gallons to put in my car? 15.548.
Oh my god.
I had like maybe 1 mile left on my car.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Oh my god!
Dude, that is-
Is that the
It
picture
almost
you have? Let me see your-
it almost didn't start
Let me see.
Oh
your
my
phone.
god.
because I was closing on Saturday. All right. He's like, you gotta stop for me, please. Oh, there we go. All right, we're almost at the gas station. We're like 1 minute away. Please hold on for daddy.
Oh my god.
60-gallon tank.
I've never
Not
been
even
that-
close.
I've never been that close. If it's at a quarter, that's like, all right,
I
I should
have.
make it my next stop.
I've had times where I'm like, I have to get gas tomorrow. I have tomorrow off. I'll be fine before I go to work. And then I don't leave the house that day, so I'm like, I turn on the car and it barely moves. I'm like, I'm gonna be late. I have to get gas first, otherwise I will not make it there.
Yeah.
I'll make it there, but I cannot get to the next gas station when I get off.
Most cars, I don't know about all, but most cars have like a 2-gallon
Reserve.
reserve that they don't put in the manual just because of people like
It's
us.
like, we have a 2-gallon. You're an idiot.
Because one time when I filled up my tank, I put more than 16 gallons in. I'm like, huh, this is only a 16-gallon tank. And I put like 16.3 gallons in here. I think I have more than I thought I did.
I need to get my
but
oil
still, you don't
changed.
want to get to that reserve tank.
I need to get my oil changed though.
I'm so overdue.
Yeah, me
Same.
too.
I got it back in January, and I'm like, you know, it's either every 3 months
I'm
or every
noticing-
3,000 miles, you know, give or take. I'm like
I
7.
used to do my own oil changes. I haven't been able to get the nut off, so I'm like, oh, I'll just put more oil in, call it good. When I get my timing belt changed, 2017, it's been the last time I had an actual oil change.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
I
thought
just
I
been
was
topping
back.
up in oil.
Ethan,
and
I
it's
thought
like,
I was back because when I got my car a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
I took it to the shop to get my timing belt changed, and that was it. I have not gotten oil changed, and the last time on the sticker it said was the year before that.
Oh
So
my
it's been a
god.
year. I need to get it
mine
done.
says like a long time ago because mine said
But
like
I'm-
33,000 miles, but I used to do my oil
I'm
changes.
noticing the difference though.
I
like,
noticed
it's,
that after my timing belt, the nut doesn't want to budge. So I think they touched it and made it super tight. I can't grab on it without like blistering up my hand.
I need to
So-
get mine done. Like I need to sign up and be like, hey. I
Yeah.
probably need to sign up for Friday and just give it to them after work. How long does it take?
Like an hour.
An hour.
Oh, so I could literally just go in there, read a book, and then just.
If they have the time, I'm definitely calling ahead. And just
I will, I
schedule
will.
something. I need to do it like that.
Let's do it together, Rudy.
We'll be
Yeah.
oil changing buddies.
Oh,
Well, this was a good podcast. How long has it been?
Oh
Oh my
the
god!
longest one so far.
It's the fourth podcast. So, what do you think the title of this one should be? I'll think about when I go back. But after everything we've talked about, what do you think it should be? I remember the first one was called First Podcast. That was it. The second one was SOS, Gravity, because of what you said.
What did you say? I don't even remember.
He was he was like, because I was making a joke of like pilots beating records, and it's like, what makes you land the plane so fast? And he's like, gravity. The third one was cacao because of Holly.
yeah.
Holly tried pronouncing
I remember that
She
one.
An
tried-
ingredient.
How did she pronounce it?
cocoa, something like
Cocoa.
that.
Was
Yeah.
it cocoa?
You were laughing for so long out of that though.
So
Like 10 minutes later, we're like, it's like, what's happening? I'm laughing at the cacao.
I'm just laughing at the
I
cacao.
never heard of that until that podcast.
Cacao?
Yeah.
It's like a main ingredient. A lot of it's what's chocolate mainly. Also pickleberry.
Oh.
You remember with the chocolate with the bear? It's like with
Yeah.
70% cacao.
Yeah.
It's like cocoa. My bad.
All right, well, we'll see what to name this one, but this has been
Well-
fun. So we'll see you all next time.
Later,
Next time,
guys.
whatever that will be.